really keen on this one because McNally is awkward for sure. What's going on, everybody? We've got Eala going on against Wong. We've got Swiatek taking on McNally. Swiatek's played McNally a couple of times, so let's see how she does on her probably preferred surface. She did beat McNally on grass last year on her road to Wimbledon. Lost the first set and came back to win. So, let's see if Swiatek can get off to a good start here in Rome. She obviously was sick in Madrid, so that was was disappointing. But if she does win today, she'll play the Navarro or Cocciaretto. So her draw's not bad, Swiatek. Once we get to the quarterfinals onwards, that's when it gets a little bit sketchy. But, I mean, yeah, there's some tough players, though. You know, McNally's no joke. You got Osaka in the draw. Schneider's there as well. Cocciaretto in front of the home crowd is dangerous. So, yeah. So we'll see if Swiatek can get off to a good start and see how she looks after last week's illness. Forced her to retire for only the third time in her career. Who's your favorite player of all time? Leighton Hewitt. Leighton Hewitt. Rooting for Eala, win or lose, fight Alex. Hey, she'll fight. We know that. We saw that in the first round. The only time Alex doesn't fight is when her opponent doesn't let her fight, right? Is when her opponent bullies her or out hits her or makes her not be able to play any shots. But that's the thing on clay court. There's a chance that the shots that Wong was winning or hitting it well against Eala back in Auckland are not going to do the same thing because the ball's going to be a bit slower. But the thing is, like I keep saying about Eala on clay, it's movement. She's going to have to move a lot today. Wong's going to make her work. Unless Wong has a bad day and starts making errors, Eala has to move well. Otherwise, it's going to be a really tough day. Also, obviously, has to serve well. Which she was serving pretty well the last match, from what I can remember. And she hasn't been serving that poorly. But then again, on clay, it's not like, on clay, the serving isn't as important, so maybe there's a little less pressure for her there to have to serve well. But McNally's getting stronger as a player. Yeah, she is super dangerous. I mean, her and Gauff came up at the same time, and a lot of people, put them side by side as like the two Americans that were going to come on and take over the world. But unfortunately, McNally, I think, had injuries and kind of stopped her progression while Gauff went on to win Grand Slams, right? But yeah, McNally is legit. All right. Players about to walk out on court. The sun is out. I'm ready to go. Last time, chance to get your votes in. By the way, 89% Eala, 11% Wong. Okay. Interesting. By the way, chat, who's your favorite player of all time? Let me know in the chat. What's your favorite player? Who's your favorite player of all time? It doesn't have to be someone from the past. It could be someone from right now. Who's everyone's favorite of all time? Nadal. There you go. Nice. Pete Sampras. Nice. Players walking down court, by the way. Del Potro, Djokovic, Nadal, Sampras, Djokovic. There you go. All right, here we go. Eala walking out first as the lower ranked player. You got Murray, you got Federer, Ennen, Nadal, Rafa. All right, Swiatek walking out in the court as well. Guga Quirton, nice. Agassi, nice. A lot of people saying Agassi. Ennen, Federer. There we go. Nole. Borg. Players all on court. We are ready for the warm-up. Swiatek and Eala for me in this doubleheader. Nice. Steffi Graf. Also, Davydenko. Hey, nice. By the way, 90-10 in favor of Eala to win this one, according to chat. Andy Murray for me. Nice. All right, Swiatek, Mcnally. God, it feels like both these matches are going to be bangers. Wind has picked up, though. Interesting. It's a little breezy out there, so... Remember, Eala and Swiatek aren't bad in the wind. They can play in the wind. They don't mind playing in these sort of conditions. So let's see. We have locals watching. Eala watch too. That's proper nice. Yeah. Welcome everybody who's watching. All right. So Swiatek and Mcnally getting some photos taken before the match. And Eala Wong are about to get things started and start practicing. What is it? Playing. Warming up. Good morning. What's up? How are we doing, chat? How are we doing? All right. All right. The chat has spoken. Eala is 90, almost 90-10% chance. Or 90-10% predicted. Which match are we going to watch? We're watching both. But the doubleheader, this is one of those doubleheaders where we'll sort of alternate. We'll focus on Eala Wong to start. And then we'll see how Swiatek's match is progressing. But whichever match is sort of like, let's say Swiatek does her thing and goes to 5-love, we'll focus a little bit more on the closer match. Or if Eala and Wong goes 4-1 or something, or 5-love, and Swiatek's in a battle, we'll focus on that. So it's sort of like, we'll alternate between the two depending on which one is going crazier. Not going to watch Hodar. I can't do a triple header. Blame the schedule, because I can't believe they put Hodar on at the same time. So stupid. I wanted to watch Hadar. He was on my radar, and then they decided to put him on now. They could have put him on second, and we could have watched it. But unfortunately, we always watch Swiatek, and we've been watching Eala a lot as well. So unfortunately, Hadar, he's not on that. He's not on the list yet. They should have put him on second. We would have watched it. All right, the players are warming up. But don't worry, we'll keep an eye on him as well. Do you think Swiatek wins versus Mcnally, or what do you think? I think she should, yeah. She should win. I think it's going to be... It could be tough for Swiatek. I think it might be tricky. The scheduling is crazy. Yeah, today's a crazy schedule. Today is just... And I get it. There's a lot of matches, and a lot of matches we want to watch, and they're all at the same time because that's just how things are sometimes. But cam prediction is Eala to win. Yeah, you watched the video. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching the videos. I'm gonna go Swiatek in a close straight sets, and I'm gonna go Eala in 3. I reckon she gets the revenge that. Over Wong. I mean, she got to match point on a faster hard court, so why couldn't she win on a slower clay court? There's a video. Yeah. All right, their last few serves, and then Eala and Wong will begin. Swiatek and Mcnally are still warming up as well. Hey, thank you, Dim, for the $10 super sticker. Appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully you're having a good day. By the way, chat, we're almost at 265K. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 300K, and then when we get to 300K, we have a special... We are... doing a special 300k stream. Alexandra Eala should exact revenge over Wong and progress to the third round. She should. She's the favorite as well, Eala. So maybe there's a little bit of pressure on her, being the favorite. Last few serves, and then we will begin. Roy is injured. Yeah, apparently he ruptured his Achilles. Brutal. But we'll keep an eye on him on in the Swiatek match if he's there or not. He should be there. I mean, but yeah, he apparently ruptured his Achilles while he was working with Swiatek or around the thing. So brutal. Random. All right, here we go. Eala and Wong is about to begin. Eala's going to serve first. Roy's the coach. Yeah. Swiatek's coach. All right, who you got, chat? I'm going to go with Eala in 3. As Eala serves. Into the backhand of Wong. Eala with a forehand to the backhand of Wong. As Wong hits it out. 15-love. Remember, the winner of this play is either Sakkari or Raducanu in the third round. And they're playing later, so we'll watch that a little bit later as well, because that's actually a banger match too. Sakkari, when she's on, that could be scary. As Eala serves the fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Eala, in comes Wong with a drive volley. Eala puts up another lob, but it goes long, and it's 15-0. 15-0. Eala in 3. Does Svitolina withdraw? Not that I know of, unless it just happened. I don't think so. 15-0. Serve is a fault. Second serve. If Gene's saying no, then it didn't happen. 15-0. Serve again. Into the forehand of Wong. Backhand now Eala to the forehand of Wong. Eala backhand again to the forehand of Wong. Up the middle to the forehand of Eala. But Eala hits it wide. And it's 15-30. 15-30. No scores displayed. Oh. That's crazy. Don't worry. It's just delayed. Anyways, love 15 for Swiatek and Mcnally. Mcnally won the toss and elected to receive. As Swiatek hits it out, love 30. Don't worry. Scores will update soon. It's just a little bit of a glitch. 15-30. As Eala serves. Into the forehand of Wong. Return goes to the forehand of Eala. Up the line to the forehand of Wong. Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Wong. As Eala backhand again. Into the... Oh, no, it goes out by Eala. All right. 15-40. Breakpoint chances for Wong already. Eala serves a fault. Second serve. As Eala backhand in the middle. Wong with the backhand of the front of Eala. Wong. Backhand winner. There's a start for Wong. All right. She takes the first game. Wong breaks. McNally's also got break points to start the match. Swiatek tries to survive as she hits a forehand cross court at the front of McNally. Swiatek forehand. Again, the front of McNally. Swiatek forehand inside out. That's a good shot. McNally's there with a slice. Swiatek slices it back. McNally slice again. Backhand Swiatek. Into the backhand of McNally. Swiatek with the backhand again to the slice of McNally. Swiatek forehand in the net. Wow, what a rally. I'll tell you, McNally has one hell of a slice. Why isn't it working? Hello? Hello? Why not? What? Swiatek gets broken too. All right. Breaks to start both matches. McNally, I'll tell you, she has a hell of a slice backhand. That is a scary shot. All right, Wong, one love. She has the break. Scores are working now. All right, double fault from Wong, and it's love 15. Love 15. As the return goes in front of Wong. Backhand now from Eala goes wide. All right, 15-0. Also, Demonor on at the moment against Analdi. We've got Hadar taking on Borges. Hashanov's on the court as well. We'll keep an eye on all those results too. There's a serve in the tee, a fault from Wong. Second serve. All right, there's a bit of return goes out by Eala. And it's 30-15. Hello, scoreboard. Hello. Hello. It's the first match of the day, chat. We're all just warming up, right? 30-15 as that goes to the net by Eala. 40-15. There's a bit of fault, second serve. All right, 2 love. Oh, the scoreboard's working. Okay. I'm just thinking, what the hell's going on? All right. McNally, by the way, she's got a break, 30-all. She's trying to keep the break. Yeah, Gina, I have no idea what you sent me. It's all in Italian. All right, anyways. 30-all as Swiatek gets a break point. 30-40. Chance to take the break back. And Wong hits a return. But it's overhit. And it's 15-all. Now 1 second, chat. All right. Swiatek to get back on serve. As Mcnally goes into the back of Swiatek, Mcnally with a forehand cross court. Swiatek goes up the line. That's a great shot. Mcnally slices back. In comes Swiatek and crushes a winner. All right, we are back on serve. Now, chat, let me fix this. Let me see if I can. Oh, okay. I'll tell you, chat. This scoreboard is on its last legs because I am going to crash out. I'm gonna lose it. I'll lose it, chat. This scoreboard. Hey, the match already started, guy. All right, it is 15:30. It is 2-Love Wong, and the scoreboard has updated. You watch yourself. You bet. You just. It's break points. Wong, can you tell? What are you doing, scoreboard? You're ruining everything. Why are you telling me it's 3-Love? It's not 3-Love. It's anyways. It's 15:40. Backhand goes into the front of Eala. If this gets okay. Now you go back to what you were. Okay. All right. Yeah. Wong hits a winner. Now it's 3-Love. Okay. You can update. Feel free to update. Go on. Tell everybody you already ruined it. You already ruined it. It's a double break for Wong, but you already knew that because the scoreboard decided to ruin it. Mods, ban the scoreboard. Get him out of here. Ban the scoreboard. This is crazy. I'm yelling at technology again. All right. 15-Love Swiatek, by the way. This is why we can't have nice things. All right. 15-Love. Swiatek gets to 30-Love. Eala's in big trouble, by the way, on a serious note. And so is Nadal. Oh, God, chat. This is going to be the worst. Don't do this to me. Don't do it. I can accept the Steph loss, but if Nadal loses, I'm going to cry. I think I've just decided that I don't want to play fantasy tennis anymore. I think I've just ruined my own team. What have I done? What have I done? I know board just broke. Don't tell me. All right, 40-Love Swiatek. Oh, God. Chat, this is not going well. Join the fantasy team, the league and stuff, whatever. If Demon loses, I don't even know what to do. 3-Love Wong. Love Wong. All right. Double break. Swiatek does hold 2-1. She stays. Well, she takes the lead, I should say. 2-1. All right, back to Wong. Let's see what she's got. 3-0. She's got a double break. That's what she's got so far. And an ace down the tee. I tell you, Wong's got to serve. Why not show Demon Ore? $15-Love. As it a forehand up the line from Eala to the forehand of Wong. Eala backhand again to the forehand of Wong, and Wong hits it in the net. 15-all. 15-all. Eala's got a better go at a W250. Yeah, but okay, can you tell me what 250 she should be playing right now? Because we had this conversation yesterday when Sydney passed, but what 250 should she play this week? Riddle me this. Tell me, please. I would love to know what tournament I don't know about is happening this week. Double fault Wong, 15:30. Scoreboard, don't you dare. No, it's fine. 15:30. Oh, it's not fine. It's backwards. Why is it backwards? Oh, you're kidding me, aren't you? You are joking. What are you doing? What am I? Why? Why is this happening? Why is Why are we doing... What are we doing? Oh, no. It's a glitch. It's a glitch. Hang on a second. I can fix it. Anyways, Eala's got... the break points... I'm going to... This scoreboard... 1540. 1540. It's glitching everywhere. Everything's glitched. Anyways, break point for Eala. I'll fix it in a second, or I'll do my best. Yeah, it's the windy conditions. I blame the wind as well. All right, Eala misses the return, but it's 30-40. Still break point for Eala. Eala loves donuts. Did you just put a dab emoji? I didn't realize it was 2015. That's great. I love that. 30-40. Time machine. Backhand goes into the forehand of Wong. Eala backhand. Into the Wong forehand. That's a good shot. Up goes a lob by Eala. Wong lets it bounce. Lands in. Wong with a forehand from the baseline. Eala forehand on the stretch. Puts up another moon ball. Eala hits it long. We get to deuce. Let me figure what's up. Can I perform some magic? Probably not. Wait, where is the, okay. All right, advantage Eala to get back on, get a break back. Hey, Chad, I fixed it. Look at me, I'm a magician. All right, backhand from Eala. Nope, that's a fault from Wong. Second serve. By the way, McNally is down love 40. Shubham.
If Eala does win today 90, chances she plays
and that goes out by
next, and that's going to be a humongous challenge. Eala needs to deal with those big serves, but also the hard ball striking from Elena.
Eala breaks back. Thank you, Shubham. Terrible timing. That was my bad. That was my bad. I should have played that during the break. Anyways. Thank you for the donation. I'm sorry I didn't even hear what you said because Eala just broke and the crowd started cheering. What was it? If Eala wins today, 90% chance she'll play Raducanu in the next round. Huge challenge. Eala needs to deal with the big serves, but also the hard ball strike. Yeah, and I mean, Raducanu is a nightmare opponent for Eala, for sure. Yeah, like that is, I mean, she's the big hitting player that Eala doesn't play well against or struggles to play against. So it's going to be a really tough match in the next one. But thank you for the donation. Eala, by the way, 30 love. But we'll get to that if we get to that. I'll tell you though, Sakkari Eala would be interesting. All right, Swiatek. She has the break. And she's up 3-1. She was down to break 1 love. And she has fought back. All right, Eala. 40 love. Oh, not a donut. Wow. Yeah. It's called a bagel. We call it a bagel here. It's not a donut. Bagel. It's a bagel. And the bagels are better. Chat, bagels or donuts? What do you like better? I'm a bagel guy. I think bagels taste better. I like bagels better. There's more variety to bagels. Donuts. I'm talking about those donuts with a hole in them. I'm not talking about like Krispy Kreme. I'm talking about those like donuts, like the one where they punch a hole in and then they put like some sprinkles and shit on it. All right, Eala holds 3-2. I'm a bagel guy. I feel like bagels are more versatile as a dish, as a pastry or as a baked goods. You can have a savory bagel. You can make, you can have some sweet bagel. Like there's just so much more variety to bagels. Whereas with a donut, it's kind of just like here. You know what I mean? 30 love Swiatek, by the way. Eala is back. Well, kind of. She's still doing a break, though. Go exit queen. That didn't age well. Yeah, it's still time to delete that. You cannot go wrong with donuts. Yeah, but like I'm talking about the donuts with like the hole in them. Like, I don't know. I mean, like I can get on board with like a cream-filled, jam-filled donut for sure. But like I'm talking about the other ones where they just like put stuff on top. I feel like they're a bit mid. Hot take. 30 love. Philippines don't have bagels? What? You should definitely get some bagels. Bagels are delicious. Backhand slice in the net by McNally. Swiatek on fire. 40 love. This is the Swiatek that we want to see. 40 love. Is Eala an industry plant? You can't be an industry plant in tennis. 40 love. That is a crazy, like, what? You think that, like, every single player is like, okay, we got to let her win these matches? Like, what are you talking about? That's insane. There's no way you could promote Eala, but there's no way they could make her win unless the other players were, like, all on board with it. That's crazy. And I got to be honest, I don't want to live in a world where that is if you're like, well, that could be possible. I don't want to live in a world where people think that's possible. That's crazy. That ruins all sports forever. 15 love. As that goes out by McNally. And it's 4-1 Swiatek. The Queen of Clay is back. Let's go. If Swiatek wins the French Open, I'll do a backflip over there. Off camera. 15 love. Like I'll do a Kostruk backflip off camera. All right, good hitting there from Eala. 15-0. All right, 15-0. As Wong serves into the back of Eala. Return goes to the front of Wong. Eala forehand again to the front of Wong. Into the back of Eala. Up the line to the back of Wong. Eala forehand. Into the slice of Wong. And Wong in the net. 15-30. Eala is fighting back. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. Here's a fault from Wong. Second serve. Hadar's losing. What is happening? Second serve, Wong. Double fault. 15-40. Eala's got breakback points to get back on serve. 15-40. Swiatek's cruising. Demonor is 2-0 in the first as well. Hey, Elizabeth. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. All right, break points for Eala. Backhand goes into the front of Wong. To the back of Eala. Wong, forehand, up the line of the net. There's the break, back. And Eala's back on serve from 3 love down to 3-0. All right. By the way, industry plant is a crazy statement. Can the people that think like tennis players are industry plants, can you explain to me where you're getting that rationale? I can't understand where your brain is. I want to try and understand how'd you get to that? Because I don't understand. I mean, there's literally, and we don't talk about it much because it really doesn't matter because she's really talented. There's literally a billionaire's daughter in the top 10. The only thing she got was an advantage to start getting, being able to afford coaching in courts. You can't buy rankings, but how could you be an industry plant? Like that, I don't understand. I want you to explain it because it would probably be funny. It'd be good for us to all have a laugh. Or you might make sense and blow our minds. You never know. All right. Love 15, Wong. Now, Pegula and Navarro are not industry plants. They both got and we don't know because I wasn't there, but they arguably got a better start because obviously they came from wealth. But then again, there's players that, I mean, you don't have to have a billionaire dad to start tennis. Like, you know that, right? You can actually start tennis, like, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can play. Tennis has a lot of, like, to do with talent too, you know? 15 hole. But industry plants a new one, which I want to know what your instinct. Oh, okay. So you're just like, trust me, bro. All right. Okay. Do we trust him, chat? Do we trust the bro? 15-0. Just trust me. My gut says they're industry plants. Okay. I have no idea what your gut's. Maybe you should just eat something. Maybe you're hungry. As the return goes into the backhand of Eala, up the line to the backhand of Wong. Eala forehand again to the backhand of Wong. Bit of a moonball from Wong. Eala back on the baseline with the forehand. Into the forehand of Wong is Eala with the backhand. Into the forehand of Wong is Eala backhand again. The forehand of Wong. Into the backhand of Eala. Wong with the forehand at the line of the net. Wong's forehand is not working. It is not working. 30-15. And the wind has picked up too. 30-all, by the way. Swiatek wants that double break. By the way, why is someone copying, pasting ChatGPT responses and then putting essays in the chat? Just write a sentence at a time. I don't read essays in the chat. 40-15, Eala, by the way. Cam, you know that Chris Evert is the queen of clay. All right, so today is the day. We're having a good start to the day, and now we're all just like, let's all just take a deep breath. And Swiatek has break point. 30-40, the queen of clay. 40-15, by the way. Eala are about to win 4 games in a row to get the lead. It's your birthday today? Hey, Shubham. Happy birthday. Serving to the forehand of Wong. Backhand from Eala. Into the forehand of Wong is Eala backhand. Drop shot. Wong's going to get there with a slice. Eala with the backhand pass. Too good. Eala's got 4 games in a row. She's leading 4-3. What a turnaround. All right. 30-40. As Swiatek comes in. Puts it away. Swiatek's got a 5-1 lead. She's going to serve for this first set. All right. Can we want to hear the point by point?
Hello, I'm speaking about the matches. Just relax, buddy. Everything will be okay.
5-1 Swiatek. She's serving for the first set. She got broken first game. She's won 5 in a row. And Eala's won 4 in a row. By the way, Roy is in the house with his leg like propped up from the ruptured Achilles. That's commitment. That is commitment from that coach. Respect that commitment. All right. Eala leads 4-3, but it's on serve. But Wong is, I don't know what's going on with her. Her game is completely fallen off the last 4 games. She's missing forehands, but Eala is taking all those points and also winning a lot of points on her game as well. She's playing solid. All right. Swiatek first point into double fault. Love 15. Sorry I caught her into plan. That's right. Thank you for apologizing. You didn't need to, but I appreciate that. All right. Backhand into the volley of McNally. Backhand Swiatek up the line as a winner. Ooh. Okay. Okay. 15-0. That was a nice backhand. That was a beautiful backhand for Swiatek. By the way, why don't you, if you want to be a music producer, why don't you just work and do, like, why don't you just, like, hard work? Why don't you, like, practice or something? Or you can just sit around and wait for them to like knock on your door. I mean, I don't think that. But what happens when they knock on your door and they're like, "Can you do this?" And you're like, "I've never done this before." Come on, bro. Hard work, bro. 15 love. Swiatek 30-15, by the way. $15 love. As Swiatek 30-15, 2 points away from the first set. As we back in from McNally. That goes long. Swiatek 40-15. Is it true that Eala's coach is Manny Pacquiao? No. By the way, this isn't the comedy hour. Can everybody relax? 40-15. Open mic nights on Mondays. Come on. Bring your jokes to open mic night on Mondays. Specifically, Monday. All right? 40-15. Serve. Into the back end of McNally. McNally hits it out. Swiatek. 6 games in a row. With a bit of a vamos as well. 30 minutes. Swiatek 6-1. The bakery is open. 30-15, by the way. Wong. She needs to win this game. Great play after a bit of a shaky start by Swiatek. All right, 30-15. As a return from Eala goes the forehand of Wong. Eala with the forehand on the attack. Wong's there with the backhand. Into the forehand of Eala. Wong with the forehand on the stretch. To the backhand of Eala. Wong with the forehand up the line. Eala gets it back with her forehand down the line for a winner. 30-all. Wong's just playing a little bit too safe. McNally, by the way, no winners, 6 errors. Wow. No winners? That's crazy. That's not true. She hit 1 winner. I saw it. 9 winners and 11 unforced errors for Swiatek, including 2 double faults. Swiatek 3 out of 4 break points converted. McNally the 1 break point. All right. 30-all. As a backhand return from Eala goes into the forehand of Wong, but Wong hits a winner up the line, 40-30. By the way, to the people that are like the 3 people that are saying that IMG is the reason why Eala's some industry plant, do a little research. IMG did give Eala a wild card back in like Madrid, like Miami 24 and Madrid 24, and she didn't go on a run. It's like that, like just because she's working, like she works with IMG, yeah, okay. Maybe she had connections through whoever, and that was, you know, that's just called a lucky spawn point. It's got nothing to do with, you know, it's not Eala's fault that she got those opportunities and somebody else didn't. But you've also got to go back and research that it wasn't like all of a sudden IMG were like, yeah, we're going to put this person in this tournament with no experience and never played before. No. She literally had other wildcards that didn't work out, and she lost first and second rounds earlier in her career. She won the US Open in 2022, but then she didn't, like, the next month break out on the WTA and become, like, this sensation. It took, like, 3 years before Eala broke out the way that she has. So, like, again, just to the 3 people that are, like, creating conspiracy theories and, you know, whatever, which is fun, you know, who doesn't love a rabbit hole? But, like, you got to get a little bit more facts straight, because Eala didn't just break out of nowhere. She won a junior US Open, right? She then went on to work very hard for 3 years before she had that amazing run in Miami last year, which was, yeah, she got a wild card for it, but she had gotten wild cards before. And that didn't pan out. So again, she got a chance, she took her chance, she ran with it. So just do a little bit of research before you start like coming up with these wild theories that can be debunked. Like, come on, bro. I respect like the joke of it, but come on. Also, industry plant is a silly term. This is not the music industry. This is not the movie industry. This is tennis. You can't buy rankings. You can't buy results. That's not how it works. 30 love. You have to get the results. You have to work at it. You have to win. Just give her a little credit. Just give Eala a little credit. Maybe she's not as bad as you think she is. Just give her a little credit. All right, 4 now from Wong. Into the slice of Eala. Eala hits wide, 30-15. 30-15. 30-15. Swiatek, by the way, is crushing it. By the way, to the person that said Chris Evans, the Queen of Clay, she was. But when they retire, this is how it works, chat. I don't make the rules, I just go. When Rafa retired, he gave up the throne. He stepped away. He'll always be a god of clay, and same a goddess of clay will be Chris Evans, right? The best ever on clay. But right now, the queen is Swiatek. She sits on that throne. She has all those results. And that's how I rationalize it. Also, let the Swiatek fans have a moment. All right? Let them have their moment. By the way, thank you, Mila, and also Marjorie for becoming members. Appreciate that. All right, 40-15 Eala to get back in front. All right. Hadar broke back. Let's go. Let's go. As Eala holds. Good serving. And she's up 5-4 first set. Yo.
Hi, him a neighbor from Cranbourne and rooting for Alex and a fan of your channel too.
Hey, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Mister, appreciate it. By the way, the potato cakes at Cam's Road are delicious. I went there like a month ago. It's bloody delicious. Not cheap, but great. The pizza one. All right. Mcnally trying to get off to a better start here. Well, she actually got off to a good start, and then she just lost 6 in a row. 40 love. By the way, chat, can we stop using ChatGPT and copying and pasting responses in the chat that are like this long? Because it really clogs up the chat and I don't read them. All right, Mcnally holds 1 love. One love. Wong's career is similar to the other, ranked top 30, but never won once on the WTA yet. Yeah, I mean, Wong's definitely got the skills to win a WTA title for sure. Like, she's got the weapons. Many players with her style have definitely gone on to win trophies. And she will win a trophy. Whoa. So, yeah. Wong's very talented. She has had injuries, I believe. A fair few injuries, which might be the reason why. Hey! Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that, Addy. All right. Wong's going to serve to stay in the set here. All right, Wong serving to stay in the set. As the return goes into the forehand of Wong, up the line is a winner from Wong, 15 love. Chad, who needs this first set more, do you reckon? Who needs the first set more? Who do you think? I feel like Wong needs the first set more. After the 3-love lead, she was kind of cruising, and now it's like she might be thinking about that in the second set, and it might be bad if she's thinking about the missed chances. She hits a passing shot, but Eala with a beautiful volley. 15-0. Wong's ranking is 33. By the way, thank you, Pia, as well for the donation. Appreciate that. Oh, that didn't even play. Why didn't it play? Oh, there we go. Pia.
Thanks, Cams, for Alex cover. Go for the win, Alex.
Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. All right, as Wong gets a forehand, but it goes wide. Eala's got 15-30. Chance for Eala to steal the set here. Remember, she was down 3 love. She was down 3 love. Serve again from Wong. Here's a fault. Second serve. Eala needs to win straight sets to have energy to face Raducanu. Yeah, good point. There's a bit of backhand return from Eala. Good return. Forehand now from Wong goes into the back of Eala. Wong with a forehand into the net. God, Wong's forehand is not working today. Well, at least hasn't been working the last few games. 15-40. Eala to take the first set here. 15-40. Serve. Nope. Wong serves. Into the back of Eala. Return is into the back of Wong, but Wong hits it wide. The win got that one. Eala wins the first set 6-4 from love 3 down. All right. And these conditions, we've seen this before. Eala can play well in the wind, especially against somebody who hits the ball hard like Wong, who needs sort of a, she needs to sort of play her best tennis, or she plays her best tennis when the ball sort of coming to her and sitting in the right spot. But when the wind is blowing it around, Wong's made a lot of errors, and Eala has been solid. Swiatek's another one who likes playing in the wind, and her scoreline is showing that 40-15. But good fight back from Eala in that first set. That was brutal to start, but she gets it back and has the momentum into the second. All right, back in now from Swiatek up the line. Into the forehand of Mcnally. Forehand from Swiatek. The backhand of Mcnally. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Mcnally backhand. Into the backhand of Swiatek. And then Mcnally overhits it. It's 1-1 in the second. 1-1. All right. Back to Mcnally. Hey, Mario, thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. By the way, chat, Hadar's at 5-all against Borges. Demonor's up 4-3 with a break against Donaldi. Samsonov is about to win the first set against Lee. And Hashanov up 5-3 against Shevchenko. All right. 1-all in the second. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 296K. We're trying to get to 300K by the end of the year. And when we get to 300K, we're going to open this box of signed tennis cards. This will be opened. It has 5 signed cards. And it could have one of these players in here. So we're going to open this box whenever we get to 300K. It could have a Djokovic signed card. It could have an Alcaraz signed card. It could have a Swiatek or a what? Hello? 1 in the chat if you can hear me. All right, love 15. It could have an Eala or a Wong or Mcnally signed card as well. It could have all of them. There's 5 of them. All right, love 30, Swiatek. Love 30. All right, I think either Wong or Eala have gone to the bathroom, so we're just waiting for them to come back. By the way, chat, is there a train that's running? Am I looking at almost like a tour bus of like a tour train driving around the? Is that it is. That's kind of cool. So Rome have like a tour bus that takes people from one side to the other. That's crazy. It's like a Universal Studio tennis edition. That's crazy. All right, Swiatek, love 40. To take the break in the second. Serving the back to Swiatek. Backhand now from Mcnally into the forehand of Swiatek. Mcnally, forehand on the stretch. Swiatek backhand. Up the line, winner. By the way, dark clouds overhead. All right, Swiatek with a break. All right. By the way, chat, we're almost at 1,000 likes as well, so don't forget to like the video as well. If you hit the like button, it does turn into a tennis ball. That is not a joke. As Wong hits a great return winner, love 15. Super busy day today. Oh, it is. So busy today. Super, super busy. All right. Love 15. As the return goes into the front of Eala, Wong with a backhand. Into the backhand of Eala, Wong with a forehand up the line. Eala gets it back. Wong backhand, bit of a moon ball. Eala runs around, hits a forehand into the front of Wong. And Wong hits it out in the forehand again. 15-0. How's Swiatek's game going? Looks great. She is playing so solid. Few errors early in the very, very early in the match, but other than that, she has been solid. She is not playing like that over-aggressive style that, you know, she was for the last 12 months. She's definitely reined it in a bit and been a little bit more consistent with it. And going for percentage, which is awesome. She is back to where, like, she just looks like she was when, like, 2 years ago on the clay. As the lob goes up from Eala. It's going to go in. Wong let that bounce. That was a bad idea. Forehand now from Wong. Eala on the attack. Oh, Eala missed it. Wong got lucky. 15-30. Wong got away with that one. 15-30. You promised a backflip. When? I said a backflip like... No, I didn't. 15-30. I said backflip at 300k. As Eala serves into the backhand of Wong. Forehand from Eala into the forehand of Wong. Wong hits it wide on that forehand again. 30-0. 30-0. All right. Yeah, Wong's forehand is just off. It has been the big letdown of her match so far. Yeah, we get to 1 million subs, I'll do a front flip. Off camera. Uh, 30-0. As Eala serves again. Is a fault, second serve. Second serve, Eala. Into the forehand of Wong. Eala backhand goes long, and it's 30-40 Wong. Now remember, Wong was up a double break 3-love in the first set, so one break in the second won't be as big of a problem. You would think for Eala, but we'll wait and see. 30-40. Wong to get the break in the second. As we deploy now from Eala up the line to the forehand of Wong on the stretch. Eala backhand drop shot. Winner. Beautiful shot. Deuce. We get to deuce. If Alex wins, what's her ranking? That's a great question. That's a great question. I'll go through all four players' rankings when win or lose. As we forehand now from Wong into the forehand of Eala. Wong with the backhand. Into the backhand of Eala is Wong with the forehand again to the backhand of Eala. Into the forehand of Wong. Wong hits it out. Advantage Eala. So Swiatek, if she wins, she'll stay number 3. If she loses, she'll stay number 3 unless Coco can win the tournament. Or somebody else overtakes her, like Pegula wins a tournament or whatever. Wong is currently number 30, which is her career high. If she wins the match, she'll be at number 29, which will be top 30 for the first time ever. If she loses, it'll depend on other results, but at the moment at 30 in the world. Eala at 39 in the world. If she wins, she'll go up to number 37, 36. If she doesn't win, she'll be around that 40 mark. And McNally's obviously got the biggest upside as Eala holds, and it's 1-love in the second. McNally's currently at 56 in the world. Her career high is 54. So if McNally's able to fight back and win, she will go to her career high at number 54 for now. So there you go. Demon won the first set. Yes. Let's go. Finally. Maybe the trick is that like Aussies just got to play Italians. That's why if we play Italians, we might win. That's our secret. We beat Berrettini yesterday, Analdi, and I think Gibson took out an Italian. So maybe that's the secret, man. We just got to play Italians on the clay of Rome, and then we should be sweet for Aussies. Swiatek Eala match will be a semi-final, so not possible. Not possible now. The winner of Eala Wong plays Raducanu or Sakkari, and Swiatek, if she does keep winning, she'll take on the winner of Cocciaretto Navarro, who are playing tonight. All right. 40-30 as Swiatek holds, and it's 3-1 in the second Swiatek. This is much better for Swiatek. Except one Italian. Well, Australia's not playing. We're not playing Jannik Sinner this week. Didn't you hear what I said? I said Australians are doing well against Italians in Rome. I don't think any Australians are playing... Well, actually, no. Popperin might play Sinner, so you better watch out. You better watch out. You saw Poppy beat Berrettini. You better be scared. Poppy's out for... He's going to stop the streak. He would. I love 15. He beat Djokovic at the US Open 2 years ago. He can beat Sinner in Rome. All right, 15-0. He's just got to beat Menchik first, though. That's painful. 15-0. As with good serve from Wong. 30-15. 30-15. As Wong serves again. As with a fault second serve. By the way, chat room was at 1,000 likes. Appreciate that. 30-15. Poppy's maybe the best male tennis player after Rafter. No, Leighton. Come on now. As Eala hits out in the return, 40-15. Also, you're disrespecting Philippoussis. He was good too. He made finals of slams. Philippoussis as well. 40-15 as Wong serves again. Into the back of Eala. Return goes out. And Wong holds. 1-1. 15-30 here. Swiatek wants that double break. Yep, don't put scores in the chat. We have a scoreboard. 15-30 here. McNally in big trouble. Backhand return. Swiatek to the back of McNally. Swiatek backhand up the line. McNally slices it back. And then Swiatek forehand cross court. McNally's got it. Again, but it overhits it. Swiatek gets break points. 15-40 to get the double break. Oh, Mboko's out. That's not good. Mboko withdrew. God damn, everyone's falling. She's apparently sick. She got the illness that everybody was getting last week. That Swiatek had. So that means who's coming in? All right. 15-40. Swiatek for that double break. As the return goes into the forehand of McNally. Back in now. Swiatek at the forehand of McNally. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek in the net. 30-40. Eala 30 love. So Grant is going to take on a lucky loser. All right, Eala 40 love. Yeah, Mboko out with gastric illness. 30-40. As a return from Swiatek into the forehand of McNally. Back in Swiatek in the net. McNally survives. Deuce. All right. Eala 40 love. She serves a fault. Second serve. Serve into the forehand of Wong. Forehand from Eala. The forehand of Wong. As Eala forehand again. To the forehand of Wong. Eala forehand again into the Wong forehand. Up the line from Wong is a winner. Okay. Eala is picking on the forehand, which is fair. Because her forehand hasn't been great. But it was good that time. Just baiting her to hit it down the line too. She was like, go on. Try and hit a forehand winner. And she did that time, but that was just trying to bait Wong into making another forehand error. 40-15. Serve into the backhand of Wong. Return goes into the front of Eala. Wong with the backhand up the line. That's a winner. 40-30. All right. A couple of winners from Wong. All right. Advantage Swiatek to take the double break in the second. Watching from Naples. Hey, what's up? All right. Advantage Swiatek. Forehand inside out to the backhand of McNally. Backhand of Swiatek goes long and McNally survives. Back to deuce. Now Raducanu plays later against Zachary, so we'll watch that later to see who plays who. As we're forehand out of the backhand of Wong. Forehand from Eala again, the backhand of Wong. Eala forehand again up the line. Wong's going to get there on the stretch. Puts up a moon ball. Eala forehand again into the forehand of Wong. As we got a backhand Eala up the line. Wong backhand cross court. Goes long and Eala holds. 2-1. 2-1 Eala in the second. All right, Swiatek. She's trying to get this double break. Backhand up the line is wide. Oof. Gosh, Swiatek's going for those shots. Advantage McNally. Is Mia having a nightmare? No, she's just chilling. That's just how Mia, when she's sleeping, deep sleeping, she just like makes all these weird noises. She's fine. All right, advantage McNally. McNally to take the game. I'm going to fault second serve. I'll tell you, if Eala can get the break, it's going to be real tough for Wong to come back. What happened to Mboko? Apparently Mboko has gastro. As McNally double faults, and we get back to deuce. Back to deuce. Back to McNally. As she serves. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Return goes short. And then a drop shot from McNally. Too good. Advantage McNally. Now after this... after this, I'm not sure what we watch. We are going to watch Djokovic. He's coming on after Zverev, which is after Swiatek. So he might not be on for a few hours yet. Pagula Sonmez is happening later too. We've got Raducanu, Zachary we will watch later. I don't know if that changes the schedule. If Grant and Mboko pull... I guess they'll stay on court too because it's Grant. Being a wild card, give her the chance to play a big court. And then, it's very... The matches this week today are very top-heavy. Like, all the good matches are at the start of the day. It's a very top-heavy kind of day. McNally holds, by the way, 3-2. So we'll just have to wait and see. 3-2 Swiatek. As Wong serves again. Into the backhand of Eala, and Eala in the net. 30 love. You feel sleepy, Cam? No, I just haven't woken up yet. 30 love Wong. Serving to the back of Eala. Lob goes up and out. It's 40 love. Gives him on the first set against Schneider. Yes, we're coming back. Let's go, Australia. Let's go. Hadar's in a tiebreak against Borges, by the way. All right, Eala backhand up the line. Drop shot from Wong off the tape is a winner. And she says sorry, but she'll take the point and the game. 2-all, Wong holds. All right, back to Eala. Djokovic match not starting until 4:30 p.m. No, that's not true. He's starting... Oh, is that actually... Hang on, let me double check. It says that he's starting straight after Zverev. But maybe that's changed. No, Djokovic is playing straight after Zverev. Zverev's match could take 2 minutes and then he could be playing straight away. It's at the conclusion of Zverev's match. There's no set time. All right, Wong with a good return. Love 15. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, love 15. Return goes in the net by Wong. 15-0. Her dad takes it first. Let's go. All right, return goes in the back end of Eala. Oh, Eala up the line for a winner. Beautiful shot. 30-15. Great defense from Eala. 30-15. As McNally hits it out on the serve. Oh, on the return, sorry. 15-0. Nice hitting from Eala on that forehand side. Serve out wide as a fault. Second serve. Hadar's playing Borges right now. He's a very competent clay court. Beat Rafa on clay, I believe. All right, forehand from Wong up the line to the front of Eala. Wong with a backhand. Into the front of Eala on the stretch. Wong retreats to the forehand as Eala backhand again. The front of Wong. Eala backhand up the line is wide. 30-0. If Wong eliminates the error, she could fight back here. 30-0. Swiatek's also at 30-0. She's trying to keep the break. In the tennis world, what does hold mean? So holding means when you win your game, when you're serving and you win the game. That's a hold of serve. All right. Return in the net by Wong. 40-30 Eala. As Swiatek comes to the net with a volley. And up goes a lob by McNally. Bounce smash from Swiatek, but she hits a forehand instead. McNally gets it back. Into the forehand of Swiatek. McNally forehand again. To the forehand of Swiatek, who goes up the line to the back of McNally. Swiatek backhand again. McNally into that Swiatek forehand. Is McNally backhand again. Into the forehand of Swiatek. She puts it away. Swiatek, smart move. Smart shot. 40-30 Swiatek. As Wong gets the deuce. She just waited for McNally to commit to one side, and then she went inside out. Beautiful shot. All right. Deuce. As the return goes into the forehand of Eala. Up goes a lob by Wong, but it goes long, and Eala gets to advantage. Advantage Eala. 40-30 Swiatek to keep that break. Swiatek serves. Into the forehand of McNally. McNally hits it out. 4-2 Swiatek in the second. All right, backhand from Wong goes in the front of Eala, up the line to the front of Wong. Eala backhand, again to the front of Wong. Eala backhand again to the front of Wong, but no Eala in the net. All right, back to deuce. This is an important game here. If Eala can hold here, the next game might be a break, just like we saw with the 4-all game at the final set of the Freck match. Remember that long game that Eala won? So this is an important game here. More important for Wong to get the break. As the backhand return goes in the front of Eala. Eala in the net. Advantage Wong. Advantage Wong to take this break in the second set. All right, 4-2. Swiatek as Mcnally serves the back of Swiatek. Mcnally backhand. Into the front of Swiatek. Swiatek hits it long. 15-love. All right, Eala serves. A let. Shevchenko breaks. Ooh. All right, advantage Wong. Serving to the front of Wong. Return. Into the front of Eala. Wong with the front on the stretch. Eala in control. As Wong flying up the line. That's a good shot. Eala's going to get there, though, with a lob. And it goes long. All right, there's the break. 3-2 Wong. She takes the break in this second set. All right, Mcnally 15-love. Make that 15-all. Yo!
FM, Florida, USA.
Hey, thank you from Florida for the $3. Sorry, I don't know what... It came up anonymous, but thank you for the donation. 15-all. As Mcnally serves again. Into the back of Swiatek. Good return. Mcnally gets a backhand into the front of Swiatek. Swiatek puts it away. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Mcnally has hit 3 winners for the match, which is a little bit crazy. All right, serving to the front of Swiatek. Return goes to the front of Mcnally. Swiatek forehand up the line. Mcnally's there with the backhand. Swiatek forehand cross court. Mcnally gets it. Swiatek forehand up the line again. Mcnally gets that with a backhand cross. Slice from Swiatek as Mcnally slices it back. It's a drop shot. Swiatek can't get it. Beautiful drop shot, Mcnally. 30-0. All right, Mcnally trying to keep this close. $30. Return goes into the backhand of Mcnally. Backhand of Swiatek into the backhand of Mcnally. Swiatek with the forehand in the net. 40-30 Mcnally. And Wong just got the break. She needs to hold. As the return goes into the backhand of Wong, and now up the line to the backhand of Eala. Wong with a forehand into the net. Said that so many times today. Forehand in the net by Wong. All right, Mcnally to keep things close as Swiatek returns into the backhand of Mcnally. Forehand of Swiatek to the front of Mcnally. And Swiatek forehand again to the front of Mcnally. Swiatek up the line. Good shot. Mcnally slice. And then Swiatek backhand up the line. Lob goes up by Mcnally. Bounce smash Swiatek. Into the backhand of Mcnally. Swiatek forehand again. To the backhand of Mcnally. Another lob. And the Eala love 30, by the way. Up goes another lob by Mcnally. But it goes out. And we get the deuce. Yeah, Mboko withdrew. Like 30 minutes ago. She withdrew due to she's not feeling well. She's got an illness. The same one as it sounds like it's similar to what the players were dealing with last week. All right, in comes Wong, straight to Eala with a lob. That was silly, but it luckily goes out by Eala because Wong just hit it straight to her and gave her such a chance. Crazy shot to go for. Like, what are you doing? Eala doesn't need the charity. All right, 15-30. All right, as Eala misses the return, 30-0. Wong serves again. Return goes in the backhand of Wong. Up goes a forehand from Eala. Wong with a forehand of her own. Eala backhand to the forehand of Wong, who hits a bit of a shank, but it goes in. Eala backhand again, the forehand of Wong. Shanked again. Eala on the attack. Wong with a forehand, can't get it. And Eala's got a break back point. To get back on serve straight away. And Mcnally, she's trying to just hold. But Swiatek gets a backhand winner. Back to deuce. Grant into the round of 32. No. She's going to have to play a lucky loser. I'm pretty sure because Mboko is a seeded player and she hasn't played yet. So she'll get replaced and Grant will play a lucky loser. Unless that changes things. As that goes in the net by Wong, we're back on serve. So that break meant nothing. All right. Eala is back on serve. 3-3 in the second. Hadar's up a set and a break. Love that. All right. Mcnally still trying to hold. There's a backhand slice from Mcnally into the backhand Swiatek. Mcnally backhand again. To the backhand Swiatek. Up the line to the forehand of Mcnally. Swiatek slice forehand again. As Mcnally forehand inside out winner. Beautiful hitting. And it's advantage Mcnally. Now, I'm not sure who replaces Mboko, but yeah, Mboko, I think will get replaced. Unless there's just not a lucky loser left. But she should be getting replaced. Because she hasn't played a match yet. All right, 3-0. Eala back on serve straight away. There's Wong with the forehand in the net. This feels like a massive task now for Wong. 15 love. Advantage Mcnally to just keep it going. There's a forehand now. Approach shot from Mcnally, and then she puts away the volley. All right. 4-3 Swiatek with the break, but Mcnally hangs on. All right. 15 love. Eala serves again. Into the back. Forehand of Wong. Forehand from Eala into the forehand of Wong. To the backhand of Eala. Wong backhand cross court. Eala gets it back. Wong backhand again. Up the line. Eala gets it back. Wong with a drop shot. Eala can't get it. And it's 15-0. All right. 15-0. Oh, so thanks, Gene. So Batunkova will play Grant. Batunkova will replace Mboko. There you go. All right, 30-15 Eala. As the return goes out by Wong, 40-15. Uh, 40-15 Eala. To take the 4-3 lead First serve's a fault, second serve. Eala, the exit queen, is giving hard times for the clay queen. What are you talking about? They're not even playing. All right, 4-3 Eala. By the way, calling Eala the exit queen is just misinformed and silly. Like, you just look silly. Like calling Eala the exit queen is just actually stupid. Like, based on what? That she lost, she wins a match and then loses? Oh, wow. Like, what are you doing? Like, if you're gonna insult her, at least make it clever. Like, you just look silly. 4-3 Swiatek. As that goes out by Swiatek, love 15. Love 15. Do you think Raducanu deserves center court? I do, yeah. Sakkari Raducanu should have been center court. But we also got to keep in mind that, okay, well, if Raducanu was going to be center court today, she would have had to play first in the morning, and maybe she didn't want that. Or she would have had to play at night, and maybe she didn't want that. But also, you got to remember the first days of tournaments that the Italians are going to get the preferences, so they're going to get priority, right? So Cocciaretto Navarro always was going to be on center court for the Italians, right? So there was no way Raducanu was going to play instead of that, but maybe they asked Raducanu, do you want to play first on center court, or do you want to play later in the afternoon on court 2? And she probably went, you know what, I want to play later. So they probably did ask her if she wants to play on center court. And she probably said, no, I don't want to play first, which is fair enough. And there's no way that they're going to move Djokovic, because Djokovic would have probably got priority because he's coming back as well. They would have been like, hey, when do you want to play? And he would have been like, I don't know, afternoon. So, yeah, I reckon that's probably why she's playing where she is. But she probably wants to play in the afternoon, so she at least got that. All right. Swiatek in trouble here, 15-30. But she should have got center court, yeah. But I'm sure she got asked to be center court. She wanted to play at that time slot. And Zverev probably didn't want to play first thing in the morning either. So she might have played second on center court, but Zverev first thing, I don't know because again, Mussetti's playing at night, right? The Italians get the night session for the first couple of days, you know, sometimes, not always, but sometimes. All right. Swiatek 15-30. And Eala's got love 15. All right, 30-all Swiatek. She's been battling to hold this serve. All right, Eala with another winner, love 30. See, this is where Wong had to hold. All right, and Swiatek goes to 40-30. I'll tell you what, I didn't expect these matches to finish after the first sets. I didn't think these matches would be on the same scoreline at this stage. All right, 40-30 Swiatek to keep that break. As Wong serves an ace. Needed that. Needed that. All right, and Swiatek backhand into the backhand of Mcnally. Mcnally hits a wide. And Swiatek takes the 5-3 lead. Well, there's so many games at the same time because this is a 2-week Masters and it's got too many players. By the way, to the guy in the chat putting scores in relentlessly, can you stop? Thank you. Don't put scores in the chat. We don't need that. We got a scoreboard, but also, yeah. As Eala hits it wide, 30-all. How about we agree? You don't put scores in the chat and I'll call the points. Because I know you're bugging me about that earlier when we're talking about other things. All right, that's the agreement. I'll call the match, and you don't put the scoreboard in the chat. You don't need to do that. Agree? Good. As we're going to find out from Wong up the line. Eala puts up a lob. And then Wong with a forehand in the net. God, that forehand has let her down. And Eala's got break point. 30-40 to take the break and serve the match. Break point for Eala. As Mcnally serves to stay in the match as well. 30-40. Wong serves. A fault. Second serve. Eala steps inside the baseline. Serve. Into the back of Eala. Good return to the forehand of Wong. Wong shanks it. It goes out. Eala's going to serve the match. All right. 5-3. Eala to get to the third round and potentially play Raducanu. She's played a lot of top 10 players this year, Eala. She's played Gauff twice. She's played Pellini. And she might get a chance to play against Raducanu if Raducanu beats Sakkari. Also, if Eala does hold serve here, this will be the best win on clay she's ever had. Her best ever clay win. Not just that, though. One of her best wins ever. Because, where are we? 33 in the world. She has beaten a few top 40 players. Including, Keys in Miami and, Gauff, Indian Wells this year, and also Dubai, Pellini, and all those players, and Towson at the US Open. But this will be her best clay match win for sure. She beat Penko in Miami as well. She took out Castella in Dubai this year as well. But yeah, it'll be, I think, her fifth. Is that her fifth best match of the best win ever? Love 15 though. Let's just relax for a second. Yeah, she's beaten 13 players in the top 50 in her career. And this one will rank at about, not the highest one, because she's had a lot of other wins, like she beat Pego a couple of times. But in terms of clay tennis, this will be her best clay court win, which replaces the Freck win the other day. So there you have it. So her two best clay court victories of her career so far have happened this week. All right, Swiatek's going to serve the match, by the way, as Wong hits it in the net, 15-0. By the way, chat, we're so close to 1,000 likes. We're only like 70 away. Don't forget to like the video. And we are going to watch Raducanu versus Sakkari later, so make sure you join us for that, because that we'll be able to see how Raducanu looks, more importantly, for Eala. Because if Sakkari wins against Raducanu, that'd be huge, and then a great opportunity for both Sakkari and Eala. But it'll be if Raducanu wins, we can see how Sakkari does, and what are the chances of one of the big upsets of the season. Remember, Eala beat Swiatek, who was number 2 in the world when they played in Miami last year. So could be interesting. Anyways, 15-30. Eala hasn't done it yet. As the forehand goes out, and it's 15-40. All right, 15-40. To get back on serve here, Wong. Serving to the forehand of Wong. Forehand from Eala. To the backhand of Wong. Eala forehand on the stretch. Wong. Backhand up the line. Goes long, and it's 30-40. One saved. All right, 30-40. And Swiatek's going to serve for the match. By the way, second set has nearly been an hour. For Swiatek, it's been a marathon second set. All right, serve from Eala. To the foot of Wong. Eala with a forehand up the line. Wong's going to get it on the stretch. As Eala with a drop shot winner. She's going to have to do those a lot if she plays Raducanu in a couple of days. All right, deuce. What's Eala's record against top 10 players this year? I think it's 2-1. Oh, no. Wait. This year? Yeah, 2-1. All time, 4-3. 4 wins, 3 losses. Which is impressive.
Do you
Josh.
think he'll have a genuine shot versus Rybakina?
We'll see how Raducanu looks because, Raducanu did lose to Potapova. And Potapova showed a style as Wong gets a return and gets to advantage. Potapova doesn't have like the weapon. Eala and Potapova can be similar. Like she can take a lot from what Potapova did. It'll depend on how, if Raducanu demolishes Sakkari, it's going to be very hard. Especially if she plays normally. But we'll see. We'll see how Raducanu looks later, because if Raducanu doesn't look good, and Sakkari pushes her to 3, I don't know. Might have to think about it. All right, second serve goes into the forehand of Wong. Good return. Eala forehand up the line. Wong with the forehand goes into the forehand of Eala again. As Wong cross-court forehand to the back of Eala. Bit of a moon ball again as Wong forehand again to the back of Eala. Both ladies just hitting the weirdest shots. No one wants to go for a winner at the moment. Forehand goes up the line from Eala. Wong with a forehand cross-court. And then Eala with a cross-court forehand. Slice up the line from Wong. Eala goes cross-court with a forehand again and slicing net by Wong. Ugly rally. That was an ugly rally. Both were just kind of shanking it. The wind was blowing. It was weird. But we get the deuce. All right, 15:30, by the way. Swiatek tries to finish this match. Eala trying to do the same. By the way, we got to 1,000 likes. Appreciate that. All right, Eala serves. As a fault. Second serve. As a return goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand out from Mcnally is a volley. Swiatek comes to the net with a volley of her own. Slice Mcnally. Back in our Swiatek winner. Too good. 30-all. As Eala's second serve. Into the backhand of Wong. Good return to the backhand of Eala. Wong with the backhand to the forehand of Eala. As Wong with the backhand goes in. Eala forehand up the line. Wong gets her back with a forehand of her own. As Eala forehand inside out. Wong's in trouble. Slicing the net. There's the match point for Eala. Advantage Eala. First match point to get it done. I'll tell you, Wong's had chances in this second set. She was up 3-love in the first. Great fighting from Eala to get to the third round and potentially take on the Australian Open champion. Advantage Eala. She serves. To the forehand of Wong. Wong shakes it wide. And Eala's going to get to the third round of a clay court event. A big clay court event as well. And she takes out Wong, her best career victory on clay. Back-to-back wins over players, or higher ranked players than she's ever beaten before. On the dirt. So her clay court tennis has definitely improved. But now she might have to take on the second best player on the planet. We're going to watch that later. We're going to see what happens. By the way, Swiatek's down a break point. What? 30-40. GG's. Good win by Eala. It was a fight back in the first. She was down a break in the second as well. But that's just Eala, right? She just fights back. All right, as Mcnally does break back. Excuse me, what are you doing? Hello, what is happening? This is not supposed to be going like this. All right, Swiatek in a bit of trouble in this second set. 5-all. All right, Eala hugging all the coaches. And Eala's into the third round of a clay court tournament for the first time at this level. Did she have a good run in a challenger event, right? She made a quarterfinal or something last year. But on a 1,000 scale, this is her best result on the clay. And her best win on clay by ranking. 6-3, 6-4, 6-3. Yes, both had 7 break points each. Wong converted 3, Eala converted 5. That was the big difference, but also the Wong forehand. So many errors. Especially when she got to that 3-love lead, her forehand just completely fell off. And Eala just does what she does best, just was grinding it out. Just winning game by game, clawing back into the match. And then by the time she got back, Wong was, again, just not playing well enough to maintain those leads. 4 now from Swiatek. That's a winner, love 15. So now Eala will take on the winner of Sakkari and Raducanu, who are playing later today. So we're going to watch that one. So if you are an Eala fan, you want to see what the competition looks like, make sure you join us for that. Sakkari is not easy to play. She's dangerous for everybody. For Eala, for Raducanu. I mean, Sakkari can turn it on. So watch out for that one. Cam, you are very happy. Yeah, I'm all right. Generally, I'm usually pretty happy, yeah. Unless we're watching an Australian lose, which hurts my feelings, but yeah. All right, here we go. Mcnally has fought back to this stage. Swiatek was serving the match. And Mcnally hits it out. Love 30. Cam, wrong for this one. You said Eala in 3. Good one. Good one. Love 30. Now, it is funny when people make fun of my predictions. They're like, oh, you never get it right. It's like, bro, have you even been paying attention? Come on now. All right. 30, love 30. Swiatek puts that one away. Love 40. Swiatek to take the break again and then serve for this match again. Thanks, mate, from Brisbane. Hey, what's up? Cam will pick Eala in 3 versus Raducanu. Oh, you know me so well. You know me so well. Love 40. Congratulations. Do you want an award? Is it a fault? Second serve. You better watch the video just in case. Love 40. Backhand return from Swiatek. Slice from Mcnally goes short. And then Swiatek hits it in the net. Okay. 15-40. In this second set, Swiatek definitely has let some shots go, some points go. She's missing some poor shots. All right, 15-40. As the return goes into the backhand of Mcnally. Backhand out from Swiatek into the forehand of Mcnally. And Swiatek backhand again. Mcnally slices it. Swiatek with a slice of her own. McNally's hitting a forehand drop shot. She's going to come to the net, but Swiatek's able to pass. Oh, Mcnally, though, gets the volley. Good hands. 30-40. Good hands by Iga. 30-40. Still break point though for Swiatek. The Raducanu match is a bonus. Eala's done well this tournament. That is a good observation. I like that. Good. That is a normal response, chat. Swiatek gets it out, deuce. See, chat. This is why you need to be more like Rafael. That is actually a great perspective. Like, that is someone who took a deep breath and went, I'm going to say something that totally makes sense. It is a bonus match. If she loses, what? She lost to the world number 2. That's like, that's 100%. That is a great response. All right, deuce. As the return goes in the forehand of Mcnally, and then the backhand winner there from Swiatek. Too good. Advantage Swiatek. Advantage Swiatek to get the break. Trick.
Where are Alex haters now? I wonder what excuse they will say now.
Don't worry. If she plays Raducanu and loses to Raducanu, I'm sure they'll say something. Which is crazy, because that's sort of like insane to think that you could talk trash losing to Raducanu. You know what I mean? Like, how could you trash an opponent that loses to Raducanu? But we'll find out, because they will. Anyways, Swiatek breaks 6-5. Like, you know what's going to happen, Chuck. You know, like, if Eala doesn't beat Raducanu, the people that have, like, been humbled today are going to come out and just be like, see, I told you she's overrated or something. And it's like, bro, you are crazy. Like Rafael said, playing Raducanu in this tournament, when, you know, on a court that she's not, you know, that is not her preference, is a bonus match. And getting to the third round is the achievement, even if she loses. It's a great response. And she's already had her 2 best clay court wins of her career this week anyway, so. But, you know, we'll see. Someone will say, people will say stuff. All right. Swiatek's going to get another chance to serve for this match. Yeah. We will merge the streams. By the way, Joe, I didn't even ask, where are you watching from? We didn't get a chance. The match ended like that. Where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. Eala has already exceeded expectations this clay season. She's kind of playing with house money with no points to defend. Exactly. Losing to Raducanu is no shame. On contrary, she'll come to know her weaknesses more. Exactly. See, all measured responses. But trust me, that will not last. In 2 days' time, things will escalate. People will say crazy shit. Swiatek serve of the match. Again, hey, Philippines in the house. We love that. Welcome, welcome. We got UAE, Poland in the house. We've got Manila. We've got Hamburg, India, Montreal, Chicago, Bulgaria, upstate New York, Toronto. All right, Swiatek serving for this match again. Serving to the forehand, McNally. Return goes into the back of Swiatek. McNally. Forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek, but it's out by McNally. 15 love. New Jersey, Poland, San Diego, Rhode Island, Adelaide in the house. 15 love. The wind just picking up, throwing dust into Swiatek's face on the clay. Just subscribe. Thanks for the reliable updates. No worries. Thanks for joining. All right, Swiatek serves into the backhand of McNally. Return goes to the forehand Swiatek. McNally, a forehand again to the forehand Swiatek. McNally forehand again to the forehand Swiatek on the stretch. But Swiatek hit it out. $15-0. Swiatek did serve to stay in it. Sorry, serve to win it in the last game at 5-4. Bournemouth, UK. I've been to Bournemouth. 15-0. Swiatek serves. As a return goes in the forehand Swiatek. Forehand of McNally to the backhand Swiatek. McNally backhand again. The backhand Swiatek. McNally backhand slice. Swiatek slices it back. Into the forehand of McNally. Swiatek forehand cross court. McNally's there with a slice forehand in the net. 30-15. So McNally can hit a ball. She is hitting clean. 30-15. McNally is hitting some clean shots. 30-15. 2 points away. Swiatek serves. The back of McNally. Return goes to forehand Swiatek. McNally on the stretch. And Swiatek forehand up the line. McNally's there with the backhand. Swiatek forehand again. Goes in the net. 30-all. This is not easy for Iga in the second. McNally has been given trouble to Swiatek on clay before. She defeated her in the Roland Garros Juniors. Oh, really? I did not know that. There you go. I did not know that. All right, 30-all. Swiatek serves again. As the return goes in, the forehand Swiatek up the line to the backhand of McNally. Swiatek backhand again, the backhand of McNally into the forehand Swiatek. Swiatek hits it out 30-40. What is this game? What is going on here? 30-40. Thanks, Cam, as always. No worries. I was in the juniors French Open semis. Ooh, okay. All right, 30-40. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Swiatek. Into the forehand McNally. Return goes in the back of Swiatek. Up the line of the forehand McNally. Swiatek forehand again to the forehand McNally. Up the line again. Into that Swiatek backhand. Slice McNally. Swiatek backhand goes long. We're going to a tiebreak. Okay. Swiatek served for it twice. She was broken twice. And we're going to a tiebreak. McNally is going to try and extend this match. If you want to keep watching, jump on over. We're going to merge the streams just to make it easier for us all. So jump on over. But nice win by Eala. Best win she's had on a clay court, 4-3. She is going to take on either Sakkari or Raducanu in the next round. So make sure you join us for that in a couple of days. We are going to watch Raducanu and Sakkari later. So make sure you join us to see what Eala's opponent will look like. But good win, great win by Eala. Best win of her career on the dirt. All right, as McNally hits it out in the first point. And it is love. It's 1-love. I know how tennis works. I've seen tie breaks before. I've watched a tiebreak or two in my time. Don't worry. I played a tiebreak or two in my time. All right, 1-love, Swiatek. Mini break. Swiatek serves. Into the forehand of McNally. Backhand of Swiatek goes long. God, Swiatek's backhand is not doing great. One. All right, Swiatek, first serve, the fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of McNally. Return to the forehand of Swiatek. McNally. Forehand again to the forehand of Swiatek. McNally forehand up the line. Swiatek there with the backhand. McNally forehand again. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Crossed into the forehand of McNally. Sliced long by McNally. It's 2-1 Swiatek. Two-one Swiatek. All right, 2-1. McNally to serve. As McNally. 2-0. Great serve. All right, 2-2. Two all. All right, serve again. Serve is a fault, second serve. The return goes in the backhand of McNally. Forehand of Swiatek to the backhand of McNally as Swiatek backhand to the forehand of McNally. McNally hits a win up. 3-2 McNally. All right, 3-2 McNally. Thank you, mate, for Eala live match. Watching in London, Philippines originally. Hey, shout out to you. I lived in London. I loved living there. I'd live there again if I was allowed. All right, 3-2. Hey, Snook. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. Thank you also for the super chat that didn't go through. I don't know why, but it did see it. Thank you for that. All right, forehand now goes the backhand of McNally up the line into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek hits it out. And it's 4-2 McNally. They change ends. Swiatek served the match twice. 4-2. This is concerning. 4-2 McNally. And chat, this is the reason why we watch this match too, because this is happening. Yeah, I know Mboko did withdraw. Yep. She did. She withdrew because of illness. All right. 4-2 McNally. So 1 minute break goes to McNally. Still Swiatek serve though. Swiatek serves. Serving to the forehand of McNally. To the backhand of Swiatek. McNally backhand. Into the backhand of Swiatek. McNally with a slice. Goes into the backhand of Swiatek. McNally slice again. Into the backhand of Swiatek. McNally with a backhand on the stretch again. Goes in. Another backhand Swiatek. McNally up the line. Now Swiatek with a forehand. Into the slash of McNally again, but McNally in the net this time. All right, good rally by Swiatek. Had to play a lot of shots, though. 4-3 McNally. McNally has the break. By the way, Gene, did you send me the schedule for tomorrow, or was that just a mistake? I saw a thing. I couldn't open it. Did you send me or did you send me something else? I don't know what was... I don't think the schedule's out yet, is it? 4-3. As McNally with a mini break. She serves. Serve is a fault. Second serve. That's the updated schedule for today. Oh, okay, with Mboko out. Okay. That makes sense. All right, 4-3. McNally serves a double fault. By the way, chat, I've only just noticed this, and maybe I'm crazy, and maybe I should have noticed this earlier, but does anyone else notice that the second, whenever somebody loses a point, the camera cuts to them? Does anyone else see that? Like, it's almost, you can almost predict which player is going to be shown on camera after the point. Because I'm like, as soon as McNally double faults, and they cut straight to her face. And you're like, they want the reaction of the loser, like of the losing, the player who loses the point, right? Forehand goes up the line from Swiatek at the backhand of McNally. Swiatek forehand at the backhand of McNally. Not always, though. Sometimes there's a reaction if it's, I'm sure they probably have a note. Swiatek forehand in the net, and they cut straight to her. And she's jumping up and down. 5-4. I think if there's a big winner, though, it probably cuts to the person's reaction to their winner. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's so funny to just see, like, every time somebody loses a point, they cut to the person who lost the point to see what they're doing. Well, are they breaking a racket? It's crazy. Makes sense, though, because, like, they could break a racket or something. Like, they could do some crazy shit, right? Or be angry. It's weird. You know, his backhand return goes back to Swiatek. And Swiatek gets it out. And they cut straight to her again. It's 6-4, by the way. They want the reaction, the negative reaction the whole time. Anyway, 6-4. Where's my tinfoil hat? All right. Swiatek's down set points. She served for the match twice, Swiatek. All right. Serve. She's got one on her serve, Mcnally, but Swiatek serves a fault, so now she's got a chance, Mcnally. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Mcnally. Return goes to the back of Swiatek. Mcnally. Slice. Into the back of Swiatek. Mcnally. Back in on the stretch. Goes in. Swiatek gets it back. And then Mcnally with a forehand. Swiatek's in big trouble. Mcnally. Forehand cross court. Swiatek with a slice down the line. Mcnally's there with a backhand slice. As Swiatek backhand again to the backhand of Mcnally. Again to the back of Swiatek. Mcnally backhand up the middle. Swiatek forehand cross court. Mcnally slices on the stretch. Another forehand Swiatek. That's a winner. What a rally. What a rally by both. And that's one save, but it's on Mcnally's serve now. What a crazy rally. It looked like Swiatek was out of it. It seemed like Swiatek was going to lose that point. But she turned it around. But now it's on Mcnally's serve. 6-5. Here we go. Are we going 3? Mcnally to serve. Serving to the forehand of Swiatek. Return. Goes long. We're going 3! Swiatek lets it slip. And she's going to have to play an extra set. All right. Mcnally takes the second. 82-minute second set. That is a marathon second set. And Iga Swiatek is in trouble. 1 second, chat. I'm not crying, you are. All right. Wow. What a turnaround. Twice she served for it, Swiatek. Twice was broken, and Mcnally steals a set. Ugly set of tennis, both hitting a lot of errors. 11 winners, 20 errors by Mcnally. 14 winners, 22 errors by Swiatek. Not a pretty set at all. 4 double faults from Mcnally as well. Went for an hour and 22 minutes. And like I said, Swiatek was up 5-3. She was up 5-4. She was up 6-5. Couldn't get it done. Mcnally extends the match. And we're going to the third. And after the first set as well, when it was so easy for Swiatek. Tough. All right, I'll tell you. Center court might be a bit of a long one today. Because after this match, Zverev Altmaier are coming on. And they don't play slow. Now, what else is going on? Because I haven't been paying attention. Hodar serving for the match. Hashanov won. Demonor is in a tiebreak second set. Struff and Lehechka have started. Schneider won the second against Gibson. And Mukova Potapova has started. And there's your updates. So far, Eala's won. And Samsonova won as well. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Swiatek trying to get out of this match at this point.
I was
Josh.
gone for 5 minutes, Iga WTA champion.
Yep, McNally broke back and Swiatek was unable to get the job done. Yala was 3-love down the first. Yep, and she was down at break 3-2 in the second. Swiatek has always panicked when she's losing. Well, she was winning. So she was winning both sets. Or at least the second set, she was up a couple of times. McNally in 3. Okay. But you said Eala would lose in straight, so I don't know if your predictions are very good. I thought mine were bad. But you tell me that. Mine are actually good. Chat, my predictions are good, right? My predictions are actually pretty good. Hodar wins. Yes! Yes! Yes. Now it just needs Zverev to win. But he's not playing for like another hour or 2, so... Djokovic match is going to be pushed way back as well. This is nerve-wracking. Yeah, it is. Do you listen to the podcast with Pegula, Keys, and Brady? No, I don't actually get a chance to listen to any podcast, to be honest. I did. That's not true. I do listen to like some like I listened to the Andy Roddick part of the podcast where he was talking about like the boycott and why and stuff, all this and the Zverev versus Sinner rivalry or whatever you want to call it. So I do sometimes like tune into different things just to like get some more information or get some like a different perspective on stuff. But no, I don't listen to podcasts really at all. Not even like, non-tennis podcasts, to be honest. I don't have time, but I also don't have, I watch other stuff. Like when I'm off stream, I just watch other stuff. I don't watch tennis stuff. 15 Love. What's my comment on the boycott? I'll be honest, I don't really... It's not that I don't know I understand what's going on, right? I totally understand, like, the players want more of the revenue split. The slams are reluctant, right? But it's really hard because, like, I listened to, like, a segment on Tennis Channel where they were talking about it with Sam Querrey and Tracy Austin, and that was fun. That was interesting. And then Mark Petchey got involved and had a chat with them as well, and Coco Vandeweghe. And then that kind of just confused it because they were saying two different things. And like it was so the more things you hear about it, and then you listen to all the different players talking about it. Yeah, it's just like, it just seems very confusing. So I'm like, you know what? The players deserve to get paid more, especially the lower ranked players. But it's going to be very tough. I don't think they're going to boycott. Like, I don't know how a boycott's going to work. It seems very hard. Like, how are they going to boycott? Like, you got to get every single player on the same page in an individual sport. There's going to be a player, and I know some people call them selfish, but there's going to be players that are going to be like, why would I not play the French? I don't care about getting extra pay. I have to play. So like, it's going to be very, like, if the top players are like, we're not playing, the number 20 in the world will still play because they have to. Well, the number 30 will play and they have to. Like, some players don't, the lower ranked players don't have the luxury of boycotting. It's all or nothing. If it has to be all or nothing. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what happens. It seems like it's probably nothing's going to happen. So I think Sam Querrey probably has the best. When I heard him talking about it, obviously he's like also one of the most. He just retired like a couple of years ago, right? What he was saying. I'm like, okay, like he's saying like, yeah, it's going to be all or nothing. Like, everyone's going to do it or no one's going to do it. Like, because I think if Sabalenka and Sinner pulled out of French Open, I don't think that would affect the tournament that much. It needs to be like a mass boycott, like 30 top players, 40 top players. Like, the tournament needs to be severely compromised with talent, right? It needs to be like the best player in the tournament is number 50 to make it like feel like a massive deal, right? So I think for all of us, it's like, I mean, who gives a shit about my opinion? Like, look, the players deserve to get paid more, and again, the top players talking about it is not for their benefit, because I think people get confused, like going, oh wait, Sabalenka just made $4 million on the winner, Raducanu just won $4 million at the Australian Open or whatever. Why does she need to get paid 10? That's not fair. She's just trying to get more money. It's like, no. If the top players are trying to get more money, it's for everybody. It's not just for themselves. Like, right? It's like, you got to look at it. If you're thinking like, oh, it's just like the rich people complaining about not being rich or not having more money. It's not that at all. It's about the players that are like 100 to 200 in the world, 300 in the world, that they get paid more too. Because it's not like the number one, the prize money for the number one the winner needs to get paid more. It's not just that. It's the revenue across the prize money, right? So, because I know people are like, oh, rich complaining about money. Okay. It's like, that's not it. They're advocating and they're speaking up for the people that don't have a voice. The 200 player in the world who doesn't have any sway, doesn't have any influence. That's what Sabalenka and Sinner are talking for. They're talking for everybody. I think Sinner might have broken it down that way, and he said, we're talking for everybody. And the best players have to talk about it because they're the ones that get listened to. And they're doing it. They're not just doing it for themselves. It benefits all players. If they can all get on the same page and somehow pull it off, or somehow force the hand of of the French Open to give them more. Like but again, I'm like, I don't know. It's not like the NBA strike. Remember how the NBA, they just had like a full strike and they didn't know, they're like, we're not playing games. That's a team sport. You can kind of there's only 30 teams or whatever. It's hard to wrangle up like 400 players plus doubles, right? Doubles players also probably need to get involved if they want a bigger slice. So how do you get let's say 500 individuals to come together and try and pull this off? That's the only way. It's it seems very hard, man. There's been a boycott. The boycott in the 73 Wimbledon. But even then, top players still played Wimbledon 73. It wasn't like it was completely void. And plus, 50 years, 60 years later, we still talk about who won that. Yeah, it was the Boycott Open, but it was also it did get won by a Hall of Famer. Jan Kodesh, he won 2 slams. Wimbledon was 1, right? Or he won 3, did he? It wasn't like a random person won. It was somebody who had won slams already. It went to a guy, Kodesh won 2 French Opens and then he won Wimbledon 73. So it might not have had the best talent, but Ilie Nastase played. I mean, he's a legend, right? The people that didn't play was Stan Smith. So you had the world number 2 played, and then it dropped off to number 15 was number 2 seed. So there was a big drop there. But even then, Nastase played, Kodesh played, Borg and Connors played, right? So you go, you know what I mean? It wasn't. And that was for a political different reason, right? That was because they were protesting a ban of a player, and they all did, what do you call it? Who was it? Nikola Pilic. He was banned or suspended, and they all protested that by not playing. So it was a totally different situation than pay rises and stuff. But that was the last time. And by the way, you got to remember back then too, the Open era had only been 5 years old. The Open era was only 5 years earlier. So there was a lot more unknowns about professional tennis right back then, because obviously the Open era in 68, 69, that's when it became, being a tennis player was a job, you could do it. It was so early in the tennis Open era that they could, some of this stuff hadn't been, they didn't know what the rules were around this stuff. Whereas now we've had 60 years of tennis and being a profession, and whatever. So now it's it's a move, do a boycott now. It's shit, all right. It's going to be, if it happens, it will be massive, right? It'll be historic, right? But it's going to be real, I don't even know how they pull it off. I don't even know. Yeah. I doubt it. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Also, it's like French Open's in 3 weeks. A 4-1 goes wide by Swiatek, and we get advantage for McNally. Yeah, so I don't really have an opinion on it because it's just kind of like, it's like, I don't know how it's going to happen or if it's going to happen, but it won't happen. Yeah, it just seems like this is way too hard to organize everybody, especially when they're all playing right now. It's not like we're in the off season; they can all get together and discuss. Like, we're literally active players. People are traveling all around the place, and how do you get everyone on the same page when they're all over the world? People are playing challenges right now, and people are playing, other events. Like, how do you get those people on the same page when they're not at the same venue? It's like, it just feels like a nightmare to try and organize a boycott. But we'll see. De Minaur's going 3. No. 1-0. Final set. As the return goes in the back of Swiatek. Back in now from McNally. Into the front of Swiatek. Up the lines, a winner by Swiatek. 15 love. Swiatek serves again. Into the forehand of McNally. McNally hits it out. 30 love. Swiatek serves again. Into the back of McNally. Back in Swiatek up the line. Goes long. 30-15. All right, 30-15. As we return from McNally into the forehand of Swiatek. McNally backhand into the forehand of Swiatek. Backhand McNally to the forehand of Swiatek again. As with a slice from McNally. Swiatek backhand. Slice McNally again. Swiatek with a forehand cross court. McNally with another slice. Hit the line. Swiatek just puts up a lob. And then McNally with a forehand in the net. Okay, what a weird way to end the rally. Ugly rally. Swiatek just kind of like hits her like a loopy high ball. And then, yeah. And then Swiatek wins the point. With a terrible, weird shot. All right. All right, as the return goes in the backhand of McNally. Swiatek backhand. And McNally backhand in the net. Swiatek leads. 2-1 final set. 2-1. Someone's wearing a Rafa shirt. Let's go. All right. 2-1. Swiatek final set. By the way, 16 minutes for 3 games is crazy. Michael Jordan was, in a way, above the game of basketball at the time of the NBA, but here are the big three in Serena. No one is above the game of tennis. At your point? What is your point? That made no sense. Michael Jordan went and played baseball. They still played basketball. So, I mean, he wasn't really above the game. They continued on. Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. Are you talking about the boycott or are you just talking about something else? Schneider wins. It was all going so well. And now the Aussies are losing. Who did it, chat? Whose fault was that? Who was it? Tell me right now. Why moonball for defense? Because it gets you back in the rally. So if you put up a moonball and you're out of the court, you can reset, get back in the middle of the court, and recover. Why are you watching women only today? Because WTA is on fire. By the way, we're watching Djokovic later. Relax, buddy. Why are you not watching WTA is my question. Why? What do you got against WTA? Huh? So the reason why, I'll give you an actual real answer, right? So the reason why is because WTA starts, like the better players play earlier in these 2-week Masters because they start a day earlier. So we usually get all the best players on the women's side a day earlier than the men. So like Sinner doesn't play till tomorrow. And Sabalenka's playing a second match tomorrow, right? So it's just the way the schedule works. I know you don't have anything against it. I was just kidding. But yeah, it's because the ladies start. One reason is because the ladies start a day early, so we get better matchups and bigger names earlier in the tournament. But also the WTA just have bigger names right now. You've got Sinner, you've got Djokovic, right? You know, Fonseca, Hadar, cool. They're not quite on the level of like, you know, Swiatek and Gauff and Sabalenka, but it's just the way it is. WTA just has more stars and more, and also it's more competitive. Like, do you really want to see, I don't know, somebody win easily? Like, I don't know. I can't find a name. I mean, like Zverev beating Altmaier in like straight sets. Is that more interesting than watching, I guess, Swiatek play McNally in an epic 3-setter, which is happening right now? 15-0. Players are not rewarded for having a strong point of view, and they're often criticized, like Coco, Naomi, Shelton, and even Sabalenka. Yeah. What do you refer? What is that in reference to? Who and to what? Sorry. All right, here we go. 15-0. We got a fault second serve. All right, second serve. As the return goes in, the backhand slice of McNally. Swiatek forehand to the forehand of McNally. Again, the forehand Swiatek up the line. McNally puts up a bit of a lob. It goes short, and Swiatek puts it away. 15-30. This is concerning for Swiatek that she did drop that second set. The way she dropped it. She will take on the winner of Navarro, Cocchiaretta, who are playing tonight. But Osaka's still in the draw, and Schneider. And they're both not easy. In fact, they're both very tough. So, yeah, concerning for Swiatek. If she does win this in 3, that second set slip up, that can't be happening against the better players. Against the higher ranked players. You can't be doing that. The percentage of money the players won, I think it's like 22%, 23%, I think. Which is an increase of like 8 or 9%. Has a bit of forehand now from Swiatek. That goes into the forehand of McNally. McNally hits it out. 15-40. Swiatek to take the 3-1 lead. All right. 100% unpredictability is more exciting. Yeah. But also, like I said, I think it's just because on the men's side of things, unfortunately, because of the dominance of the GOATs and the dominance of Sinner and Alcaraz, there just isn't as many established champions, right? Or future Hall of Famers at this stage. Whereas on the women's side, Gauff, Raducanu, Swiatek, Sabalenka, Osaka. I mean, you can name... even for doubles as well. Krejcikova, right? Even like with... Palini for doubles, right? She'd be a doubles Hall of Famer, right? So there's just so many players. And there's all these young players too, like Eala and Mboko and Jovic and Andreeva, right? That are all just behind, and they're all so competitive against each other. It's so fun. On the men's side, it's like Sinner, and Djokovic. All right, 3-1. Swiatek gets the break in this final set. It goes out on the return from McNally. On that backhand, and it's 3-1 Swiatek. Yeah. You know, and look, there's some young players in the wings, right? Hodar, Menchik, Feast, Fonseca, right? But if you compare them to the young players on the WTA, then there's not there's not really a comparison, right? Because I mean, all the young ladies on the WTA have either made multiple runs at big tournaments, making quarterfinals at 1000s or whatever, or have like multiple top wins, like, you know, Eala has wins against, you know, big top 10 players, multiple top 10 players, or they've won 1000s. On Boko, Andreeva, they've won 1000s, right? Nozgovic has had a big slam win against Swiatek. You know, Jovic had a great run. She's only getting started, but Jovic had a great run in Australia, right? Whereas the guys, you know, Hodar, we're just getting to know. Fonseca hasn't had a run at a slam yet, but he's had a couple of good wins, right? Couple of tough matches against the top guys. Hasn't beaten them yet. Feast is sort of the best of that generation at the moment, with, you know, big titles and big wins. So, yeah, it feels like the younger generation on the WTA just further ahead, you know, than on the men's side as well. Even though the guys I just mentioned have been great, the Andreeva, Mboko, you know, Noskova, Eala, Jovic, those players have been better than Feast and Hodar and Fonseca so far. They've done more, which makes them, you know, which gives them, we give them more credit for, and more, we think they're more of a threat, right, than, you know, to the top players. I mean, even to Sabalenka, right? We know Andreeva can beat Sabalenka. We know she can beat Raducanu and Swiatek. Whereas Feast and Fonseca can't beat Alcaraz and Sinner yet. I mean, Feast has had some matches against Alcaraz that have been good, but he hasn't beaten them yet. So again, it's just sort of like, you know, the WTA side, the young players on the WTA are closer to the top than on the men's side, you know? So it makes it more interesting. I love 30 here. McNally is just not going away. Swiatek is not able to get any sort of breathing room here since that first set. As we have a backhand slice from McNally. In comes Swiatek with a backhand winner. It's 15-30. Rude just started, by the way. All right, 15-30. WTA is more exciting because the players are better and becoming better, but the men's side of things is not the case. I don't think it's a. Like, are we seeing the best WTA tennis we've ever seen? Is this like the best? Is this the golden generation of WTA? I don't think so. I think we still see, like back in the 2000s with Serena and Venus and Davenport and Ennen and Clijsters. I think that was probably considered the golden age of WTA. But I think the reason why this is the level, we've got a really good level, but also it's not like there's no outlier, right? It's not like on the men's side we've got Sinner and Alcaraz who are so much better than everybody else, you know, most of the time. Whereas if we had, like, if it was a little bit less, if they were a little bit worse and it was more competitive, I don't think we'd be talking about how it's, you know, it's so predictable, right? It'd be way more interesting if those guys weren't as good as they are. Anyways, backhand to backhand rally. Slice goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Lob goes up from McNally. 30-all here. There's a forehand again to the forehand of McNally. Forehand of Swiatek up the line. McNally backhand slice. And Swiatek forehand again, cross court. McNally on the stretch. Swiatek backhand cross court as McNally gets there with the slice again, but it's in the net. And it's 40-30. Swiatek to keep that break. By the way, I'm not saying that this generation is not good. Like, these ladies are great. But I don't think they're the best we've ever seen. Obviously, Serena's got to be, you know, Steffi even, right? We've got to think they're the best they're the best ever. You know, these ladies are great. Super solid, but it's just the competition is more interesting overall. Like, it's healthier competition. Whereas on the men's side, we don't have that yet. 40-30. Am I making sense? Does that make sense? 40-30. Swiatek serves. Second serve. Double fault. All right, we get to deuce. Gosh, Swiatek just can't consolidate the break. She's had so many chances to consolidate the break. She's just been getting out of it. It's been tough. All right, deuce. As we define up the line by Swiatek goes wide. Advantage Mcnally to get back the break. There's more players capable of winning big tournaments. Yeah, for sure. And that definitely helps the strength of the tour, right? As we return now from Mcnally into the front of Swiatek. Mcnally on the stretch, puts up a lob. In comes Swiatek. Puts away the bounce smash. All right, deuce. Raducanu versus Sakkari 1-1, you reckon? Maybe. Who's winning this? I'm still going Swiatek. But yeah, I don't know, Chad. I mean, look, I always watch Swiatek because I'm a fan, right? And we've been watching every Swiatek match since like 2022, so we can't break the streak. Except that one time that we didn't watch it because she played Davis Billie Jean King Cup, and I couldn't. She played like 500 in the world and she won. That was at one time, but every WTA match since 2022 we've watched. Advantage Mcnally. At least since, like, Indian Wells. And I just had a feeling. I mean, Mcnally has been playing really well. All right, Swiatek serves. Mcnally to get back on serve. As the return goes in the front, Swiatek. Mcnally back in on the stretch. Swiatek. Backhand goes wide. We're back on serve. God, this match is wild. That first set is so deceiving. And don't get me wrong, that first set was easy. It was super easy for Swiatek. But now we're back on serve again. All right. Carlos is not even playing. True. Why? What about Carlos? See, I think also, Chad, I don't know if you. This is how I kind of see things, right? Because I know people are going to be like, I know somebody said the other day, which was really interesting, when we're talking about how, like, you know, the ATP is not, you know, unfortunately, just hasn't got that. With Sinner dominating, it's like you got one side where it's like it's cool to see somebody just doing, like, ripping through the tour and ticking all these boxes, but then it's like really hard because, like, everybody else, like, there's no competition, right? So it feels just like it's really predictable, right? And somebody said we should be like, you know, we're witnessing greatness. We should be, you know, appreciating Sinner's dominance, right? I think right now, I don't know how you guys feel, but I think a lot of people sort of are in that, like, yeah, it's great, but we're, you know, but come on, we've just seen that. Can we watch some more competition here? Without Alcaraz, it's like, shit, what's going on? I think we can look at it two ways. We can either be like, oh man, Sinner's just too good. This is not fun. Or we can endure, and then once Sinner, I think Sinner has to get to a point, and Alcaraz too, they have to get to a certain point in, like, achievements before we start, like, because Federer was the same, right? Federer was kicking everyone's ass in the 2000s, and it was like, oh God, he never loses. Can anybody play this guy? But then he got to a point where it started to be like, people started to appreciate what he was doing. And maybe it was when he started to lose, and then, you know, he started to tick more boxes and went, oh shit. But, like, I feel like we're going to get to a point with Sinner and Alcaraz. If they keep going this way, and if they keep winning everything, I don't know how many years this is until they get to this point, but I think it's going to turn from, like, the people, like, that are, like, a little bit fed up with the predictability of it all. It'll turn into appreciation because they're still so far away from the biggest goals, right? They're still so far away. But I think once they start getting closer to those big achievements, right? 20 slams, 100 titles, 1,000, 31,000s, whatever the list is. Once they start getting closer to that, that's when we'll start maybe, people will turn from like, oh man, can somebody beat them already? To, oh, if they keep winning, they could achieve something great. Oh, and now I'm back on board. You know what I mean? I think that's where I'm at personally. I'm like, oh man, I'd love to see more competition. Like, I'd love it if the WTA, the ATP was more like WTA at the moment, where it's like a bit more random and there's upsets and there's excitement, right? When there's, like this match, right? Where we, unexpected results. But I know that if Sinner and Alcaraz start getting closer to like, I know Sinner's trying to do the Golden Masters, all that stuff, which is great. But like talking about like, career legacy matches, titles, right? Getting 30, whatever, 30, 1,000. Once they start getting closer to that stuff, I feel like I'm going to turn back to going, no, I want them to win now. I want them to keep winning because I want to see them do those things. I'm kind of like with Sinner this week. I want him to win this week. I don't care if they're boring matches. I want him to win this week to tick off that box. I want him to win the French, right? So he can get get the career Grand Slam. Like, I want him to do those things. And I think it's going to be, for me personally, I think it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to be back and forth, where I'm like, can somebody beat them already? And then I'm going to be like, oh, but if they win this, they could achieve this great thing, and I really want to see that. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of in those kind of two minds, where I'm like, yeah, I want to watch greatness, but I just don't want to watch them just kicking ass. Like, I want to get to the good part. I don't want them to I want them to get to the 20 slams already. Come on, hurry up. 30-15. Hurry up and break the slam record. If only that was simple. Swiatek gets in there at 40-15. As McNally serves the level. Swiatek has served for this match twice. She was up a break in the third set as well. And here we are. It's been a weird, strange match. As McNally in the net with a forehand, it's 40-30. By the way, Zverev plays after this and then Djokovic. So we've got like years until the next matches. What else is going on? So Hadar won, Demonor's in a third, Lehechka Struff battling, Rude's up a break, Mukova versus Potapova on serve, not McNally, Stearns and Keys are on just starting. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. So a lot going on right now. As McNally does hold, and it's 3-all, final set. 3-all. Does Swiatek need a new coach? Good one. All right, 3-all. Three. All right, back to Swiatek. 3-all. All right, 15 love. Swiatek serves again. Yeah, Pegula Somens are coming up later too. Return goes in corner. Swiatek, corner from McNally. And Swiatek corner in the net. 15-0. God, man, this is a rough match. There have been some great points, but man, there have been some stinkers too. A lot of errors. 15-0. 7 to the back of McNally. Return goes wide. Oof, just 30-15. An excellent player ruthlessly exploited by those closest to her. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you okay? 30-15. That was an aggressive statement. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? That was intense. All right, return from McNally into the forehand Swiatek. McNally forehand goes wide, and it's 40-15. 40-15. Potapova up 4-2 against Mukova. Ooh. God, so many good matches, isn't there? 40-15. Swiatek to get to 4-3 and keep that lead. First serve is a fault, second serve. There's a bit of volley from McNally's a winner. All right, 40-30. I'll tell you, chat, if we can take anything out of this match, it's the fact that it's how good McNally is. Because, like we said earlier, her and Coco, if you remember, back in 2019, even 2018, maybe 2019, when Gauff broke out, McNally was right there next to her as like, also, she was going to have a breakout. And it was going to be McNally and Gauff. They were going to be the two new, post-Serena era, champions, right? McNally hasn't been able to do that. The same as Gauff has. Gauff's obviously won multiple slams, stuff like that. But McNally was right there. Like, she was one of the new American hopes, right? And Anisimova was on that list too. Pegula wasn't heard of back then. She was on that list, which is fantastic how she's done her career, after all the injuries she had at the start of her career. But McNally was like there. It was McNally, Coco, and Anisimova. That was the new generation of American tennis. And on the men's side, it was Tiafoe, Paul, Opelka, and Fritz, right? That was it back in 2019. McNally has been the only one out of that list that doesn't really... Opelka... he's had his moments. But McNally hasn't been the one that sort of... She's kind of been the forgotten one. But she's a hell of a player, and you can see this today. Swiatek's been throwing in errors, but you've got to give McNally some credit for the way that she plays. She's got a great slice. She can come to the net. She's got great volleys. She's a very dangerous player. And this might be the year where we see McNally go on a run. And McNally does have a breakout this year after all the setbacks she's had. All right, advantage Swiatek, though, to keep the lead. Where is Anisimova? She's got a wrist injury, so she's out this week. Hopefully she plays soon. She's got to play Wimbledon, right? All right, Swiatek to take the lead. There's a return from McNally into the forehand. Swiatek. McNally on the stretch. Gets it back. And then Swiatek puts it away. All right, 4-3 Swiatek. She keeps the lead. She keeps the lead. All right. By the way, thanks everybody for sticking around, especially those who stuck around from the Eala match. People always ask me, why do you watch Eala so much? Well, because a lot of people want to watch it. But also, part of my job is promoting the sport. That's part I'm an editor. I've got so many. I wear a lot of hats. One of those hats is promoting the sport, and one of those hats is trying to convince people to come and watch and market the sport. So all those people that came from the Eala match that stuck around to watch Swiatek, and I know you've seen her before, maybe you haven't seen her before, but to stick around and watch this, I appreciate that, because that's what I'm trying to do. Get more people. You might come in watching Eala, but you stick around, you watch Swiatek, you watch all the other players as well. So appreciate those who stuck around. You aren't watching the Demon match? Hell no. Why would I be watching the Demon match? What are you talking about, Demon or? You know the rules. We only watch Popperin. We only watch Popperin. Come on, you know the rules. We only watch Poppy. Important hold now to time to break? Yeah. I feel like Swiatek's going to have to break to win. Like, break to win the match. Because remember, every time she's been broken straight back. So breaking now wouldn't make sense. She needs to hold off until 5-4 and then break to win the match. That's how she wins this match. She breaks to win. Because if she has to serve it out, it's not going to work. She's already tried that. It didn't work. McNally breaks back. If she breaks to win the match, there's no chance McNally can break back. So she's got to get to 5-4 and then break. If she breaks now, serving for it, I don't know. I'm not sure. Hasn't been going well. 4-4 rally. McNally up the line to the back of Swiatek. McNally. Volley. Swiatek's going to get there with a pass. Too good. Whoops. All right. Love 15. Then maybe it's going to be third time lucky, though. That's a thing. Did Popperin change nationalities without knowing? No, we just watched him anyway. And he won because he knew we were watching. We love Poppy for that. Love Popperin for that. He knew we were watching and he's like, I'm going to win. Thank you, Poppy. Appreciate it. 4 in there by Swiatek, 15-0. Are you going to watch Lise Osaka, Sonmes Pegula? It's on my radar. Maybe. It just depends on other matches. Specifically, this one. 15-0. Yeah, and Boko got gastro. She pulled out. As the return goes in, the forehand of Swiatek into the forehand of McNally. Swiatek forehand again. The forehand of McNally. Into that Swiatek forehand. McNally forehand again is a winner. 30-15. Great shot. 1 second chat. All right, 30-15. Make that 40-15, McNally. Casper's up 4-1. Let's go. Hadar winning was great, and now I just need Ruud to win. 40-15. Lehechka wins the first set in a tiebreak. Cool. Wait, hang on. Who's he playing? Wait. Oh, no. Ruud versus Lehechka. Is that a thing? That's a thing. Oh, no. Oh, dear. That can't happen. 40-30. Good return, Swiatek. Good turnout in the chat, assuming that some came over from the other match. Yeah, a few people did. Stuck around. Which is great to see. But also, Swiatek, we got a lot of Polish people that hang out and watch Swiatek too. We've been an unofficial Swiatek fan channel for 4 years now. So, as a return goes in the backhand of McNally, forehand Swiatek, the forehand of McNally. Swiatek forehand up the line. McNally backhand. As Swiatek forehand cross, McNally gets it back. Swiatek forehand again is a winner cross court. Beautiful shot, deuce. Swiatek wants that break. Again. Deuce. By the way, chat, can we pray that the schedule is good tomorrow? Because I have places to be and I need all the help I can get. All right, Deuce. Dutchie and Jean, can you please put in a good word? Can we start late tomorrow? Is that okay? I'm going to get here a little bit later tomorrow. Is that all right? Tell the schedule. Be like, you know what? We're going to put Sinner on last. You know what? We're going to put Sabalenka on at the end of the day. She's going to play a night match with Sinner. Number ones at night. That sounds like a great schedule to me. Let's do that. Why not? Let's not put Fonseca and Medvedev on first. Let's put them on third. I feel like that's a great idea. Please. Let's put Zhang versus Penko on after Cam gets back from wherever he's going. All right? That feels like... I mean, let's put Andreeva on first. Why not? Please put in a good word, please. Backhand slice. Nope. No needed. Swiatek hits a winner. Advantage Swiatek to get the break and serve of the match again. I really need the schedule to be good tomorrow. All right. Yeah, put those, please. Yeah, we all want to sleep in, right? Right? We all want to sleep in. North Americans, we want to sleep in. Put Paolini versus Mertens on first. Oh, no, that's going to be a night match. Shit. Damn it. Kaboli Atman, put that on first. There you go. There's your match. There's your first match of the day. Kaboli Atman, first match of the day. Done. You're welcome. Schedule. Feast Pellegrino, put that on first. Done. Anyways, backhand return Swiatek to the forehand of McNally. Backhand from Swiatek to the slice of McNally. Into the backhand Swiatek. McNally backhand again. Goes in the net. Swiatek breaks. All right. Third chance for Swiatek to win this match. He's going to serve for it again. All right. To get it done. She's going to serve the match for the third time. Make it, yeah, even if it rains in the start of the day. I'll take a rain delay to start the day. That's fine. I'll stay up all night, I promise. Just a delayed start would be fine. Is that actually a possibility, though? Do we need to do a rain dance? No, it's not going to rain tomorrow. Nah. Sunday's going to rain, not tomorrow. All right, Swiatek. Iga is tired and will collapse. You wish. 5-3. As a return from McNally goes in the forehand, Swiatek. McNally. Forehand again. Into the forehand, Swiatek. McNally forehand goes again. The forehand, Swiatek on the stretch. McNally backhand. Slice. Winner. Beautiful drop shot. Short slice slash drop shot from McNally. Love 15. Love 15. Beautiful shot from McNally. She's got a great slice backhand. Yeah, this match has gone nearly 3 hours. What in the heck? Second set we're for an hour and a half. So, as we backhand return, now the forehand Swiatek into the backhand of McNally. Swiatek forehand again. Inside in, great shot. McNally puts up a lob. Great defense again, McNally. And then Swiatek puts away the smash, though. I tell you, she can hustle. 15-0. Demon's about to get broken in the third. That's why we don't watch him. If we watched Demon and he lost, I would have lost. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna be lost. My mind. I'll lose it. 15-0. Serve to the back end of McNally. Forehand from Swiatek's a winner. 30-15. 30-15. Oh, it's going to rain. The weather is coming. The weather is coming. It looks bad. No wonder the cameraman was showing the clouds. I thought they just liked the color of the sky. It's bad, chat. This is going to get gnarly. It looks super, super sketchy. All right, Swiatek forehand into the forehand of McNally. With the backhand Swiatek into the backhand of McNally. McNally hits it out. Match points for Iga Swiatek for the first time today. It's taken her a longer to win this match than we initially thought. She had to play an extra set. But third time lucky, maybe? 40-15. Swiatek serves. Into the forehand of McNally. Return. Into the forehand, Swiatek. McNally on the stretch with a slice. Has Swiatek with a forehand inside out. McNally's there with the backhand. Into the forehand, Swiatek. Cross court, the forehand, McNally. Swiatek. Forehand again up the line. McNally's there with another slice. Swiatek slices it back. McNally. Forehand goes wide! And a big shot by Swiatek. She gets it done, but she had to fight for it. And there's a hug at the net. Obviously, they know each other from junior days. There's a big laugh. They're having a smile. McNally's like, hey, I made you work for it, though. You had to work for that one. All right, Swiatek wins. What a battle. And she's into the third round. Lightning and thunder forecast. Yeah, so we got to keep an eye on that. All right, Swiatek should have won this in straights. We know that. She should have won at 6-3 or 6-4 in the second. McNally fought hard. And Swiatek eventually gets it done in the end. But, man, that was tough. That was tough. Joshua.
Let's go, Iga, to down 9 to go.
That's it. All right. But like I said, McNally's definitely somebody you got to keep an eye on. She's definitely she is definitely a player that is definitely overdue for a breakout. Rude on the first set, 6-1. Let's go. All right. Get ready for the umbrellas. Rain's coming. Yeah. That's what I'm kind of like contemplating what we do now. Because, actually, you know what? They might get lucky. I think the rain might miss. The rain's like either side of Rome, so they might get lucky. I don't think it is going to rain. It just looks really bad over there. So it just looks really bad. Demons in trouble? Ugh. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know it. Don't tell me. I don't want to see it. Never. Hey, thank you, Iwa, for the $20 super sticker. Appreciate that. Epic fail. What do you mean? Thank you for the 20. What do you mean? You need a green screen if you're going to talk about weather? Well, I'm telling you, and you just got to like close your eyes and think of what I'm saying. Time for dinner. Bye, everyone. See you later. Yeah, I'm starving too. I'm going to take this opportunity to eat something as well before the rest of the day. Yeah, so Zverev's coming up now. And then we got Djokovic coming up later. No worries, Renee. Renee, we'll see you later. Zverev Altmaier is going to be a slugfest. Yeah, that match could be like a 3-hour marathon. But that's okay. So Demonor is losing. Rude won the first. Keys just started. Potapova won the first against Mukova, which is a good first set for her. I'm just trying to think. So, what does the schedule look like? Where are we? So, Rude's playing now. Pegula Sonmez after that. We could watch Pegula Sonmez, maybe. If Rude keeps winning, we could watch that. I feel like that's a good one. And then we can watch Djokovic. So maybe Pegula Sonmez and then, because I feel like if the Zverev match does go long, which it could, yeah, Pegula Sonmez could be fun. They are very similar types of players as well, which could be a very close match. What do you think, chat? Or do you want to watch... I mean, you got Lees versus Osaka. Really, we're just trying to fill in the time between now and Djokovic. That's sort of where we're at. We just got some time between now and Djokovic. There's a lot going on. And don't tell me to do a doubleheader because I don't want to do any more. By the way, Swiatek 48 errors, 39 winners, and 15 winners and 33 errors from Mcnally. So it wasn't pretty. Demon broke back. Nice. Go Sonmez. Watch Osaka. Osaka. All right. We can watch Osaka. We can watch Osaka. And plus, Osaka's coming on after the Demonor match, so it might even be like, we won't be gone for that long. Whereas Rude's match, if it goes 3, would be a problem. All right. We'll watch Osaka versus Lise in the meantime, which is coming on after Demon anyway. We're going to watch Sakura Raducanu, but it's way later. So you're way early. Again, we just need something to fill in the time. We all said Osaka, so we'll do it. We'll watch Osaka. See, Chad, I listen to your feedback is welcome. See, you chose that match, so I see. It's not all about. It was just not my choice. You chose. See, it's no dictatorship. That's not a thing. Not a thing. I'm going to send you over there. I'm going to get some food, though, because I'm starving. But we'll be back to watch Osaka versus Lise. And then we're going to go and watch Djokovic versus Prismic after that. The return of the GOAT, which is going to be very fun. Zverev is coming up next, though, against Altmaier. So we'll keep an eye on that as well as things are progressing. And then tonight, I don't even know what we watch later. Because later, I'm not sure. The matches later are a little bit weird. But anyways, Swiatek gets it done. It was a long one, 6-1, 6-7, 6-3. And she is into the third round. She's going to take on the winner of Navarro and Cocciaretto. That's coming on tonight. We'll keep an eye on that later. But I'll see you guys soon. Once Demonor wins, we then watch Osaka.